Internet, hello and welcome to OKLCS Season 4, Week 1. We just saw last night 4 of your Diamond Cap games for this first week. There were some really good matches, but today we're covering the Platinum Cap division. I'm Alex, HNA22, and unfortunately, my co-caster was unable to make it today, so at least for a while it's going to be just me solo casting. But enough about that. We'll just go ahead and get into the first game of the night. Platinum Cap, the first game on the schedule, is between Pigs Might Fly and United as One. So without further ado, I'll just transition us over there and get us started. We do have Pigs Might Fly on the blue side, returning team from last split of OKLCS, Platinum Capped. They have made changes to 3 of their 5 members of the roster directly after their victory at Tokyo and Tulsa 2017. And now they are up against United as One. Most of the same players coming back from their stint in Diamond Cap last split. And so we'll get to see how well they do. This is the first game of the night of Platinum Cap. Looks like United has won all 5 stacked, walk into the brush of the enemy red side jungle. Pigs Might Fly. They do get a good dazzle, but there's a good death sentence. The belly slam comes in from Cool Guy. Renji flashes over the wall. There's the bouncing bomb. A lot of damage coming down onto Pigs Might Fly, and they all have to run themselves away, but nobody has to die. Renji only burning his summoner flash on his way out. So good, nice level 1 invade from United as One. Able to force that summoner out and get a lot of vision into the enemy red side jungle. Now they will just take the time to recall any of their members who lost HP, able to get back to their respective positions before they need to get there and miss any CS. Renji pulling out Ziggs in the middle lane. Not something we've seen a lot of recently, but Ziggs, of course, offers a lot of teamfight damage, a lot of zone pressure with the satchel charge and the Hexplosive minefield, as well as, of course, Mega Inferno Bomb. Just able to basically 100-0 and 80 carry late game if they get hit by the center part of it. So Cool Guy just gonna get leashed onto his blue buff by his bottom lane. Swamp Fire on the opposite side of the map. We were talking about how junglers start on opposite sides of the map, aka starting on the same colored buff. It benefits more the ganking jungler. Both Gragas and Sejuani are relatively good ganking junglers, although Gragas is a little bit easier to set up. He also has better lanes for setting up those ganks, with Renekton with his targeted stun with Ruthless Predator, and of course Talia if Chronos Rifty can land that seismic shove. Level 2 hit by Pigs Might Fly's bottom lane first. United as One has to back themselves away just a little bit. Cricket and Beerus a little bit shoved under tower. They do hit their level 2 here. Down about 5 CS compared to their opposite number, but they will make it up with these 3 CS that they have still. Cricket wanting to move forward. Gets a little bit of damage from that headshot from General Vici. Cool Guy taking away his red buff. Let's see if that level 3 Swamp Fire is on his red side jungle as well. Pigs Might Fly just continue to put pressure onto that bottom lane. Legos, understandably, is shoving up against Rembones. Renekton will have the lane pressure in the majority of matchups early on in the game. And of course, Malphite has very little trade power up against something like Renekton in these early levels. He really needs to get those basically 2 tank items to nullify the Black Cleaver, which will inevitably come out from Renekton. But not a lot of action just yet. Legos has actually roamed down into the river to help out with whatever Cool Guy wants to do. Looks like they're going to try and 3-man onto Renji. Looks like he sniffed something out. Oh, but a good death sentence from Cricket. He flays back General Vici. The Flame Choppers go out to escape, cover his escape of Beerus. Takes the Yordle snapshot. There's a lot of headshots coming out from General Vici, and he actually trades back nicely onto Beerus and Cricket. They take about half of their health and damage each. Swamp Fire chilling out near the bottom side of the map, just taking out Scuttle Crab as he prepares for anything that Cool Guy might want to do. Unfortunately for him, on the other side of the map is Cool Guy. He's going to just move in, invade onto that Grump as we continue to watch the bottom lanes duke it out, fight themselves over CS. Couple of potions burned on the side of the bottom lane of United. When Renji moves forward, he gets the satchel charge into Chrono Swifty as Swampfire comes in. Chrono Swifty runs himself away. There's a good bouncing bomb from Renji to force the flash out of Chrono Swifty. A lot of damage went down. He dodged the Arctic Assault, so he will make it out of that one alive. Here comes Cool Guy into the top lane, but Rembones is starting to get shoved in. Trades back onto IE Legos, but Legos, being the Monolith champion, does not have to worry about that secondary resource in terms of trading, which means in a war of attrition, he will be able to come out ahead over Rembones. Legos continuing to have the pressure. He's pulled himself a little bit of CS ahead. Takes a little bit of damage from Rembones on his way out. Is playing pretty aggressively. He wants to look for some autos onto Legos. And Himana still just pressuring onto the bottom side of the map, and there's not a whole lot going on right now. Neither jungler has really gone for any aggressive ganks when I feel like he probably could have. Cool Guy could definitely make some pressure happen in the bottom lane, considering Beerus and Cricket, they're pretty healthy, keeping themselves up in CS, and now evening out the wave, they could very easily have assisted in a gank. On the other side, Swampfire has been looking for ganks. He did get the one onto the mid lane, forced the flash out of Chrono Swifty, but he hasn't done anything with that summoner spell advantage. Chrono Swifty is going for the Catalyst, the Protector on this Talia, not going for the Morellonomicon. Means he will not have as much CDR, but he will have a little bit bigger of a mana pool. Gives him the ability to continue spamming out those threaded volleys as the team fights or the skirmishes go on. Something that hurts Talia is those threaded volley mana cost nerfs. So this might be somewhat beneficial to Chrono Swifty, because having as much CDR as Morellonomicon gives you might not be as effective if you don't have the mana to use all those abilities. Beerus is trying to get some free autos onto General Vici. Cricket death sentences that minion just to deliver it to his ABC with the Relic Shield. Swampfire takes away his own blue buff, spotted out by Legos rather. So they will know Swampfire's jungle path for at least the next couple seconds. Now, Legos is trying to take away the Scuttlecrab, but Swampfire appears. Says, hey, I might want that one. He's got a 15 CS lead over Rembones, who is just sort of farming himself up under tower. He's picked up the Sheen for a little bit more trading power with Legos, but doesn't have those defensive stats from any armor items now. Gonna get stunned up by the Ruthless Predator. Legos trades back nicely. Rembones is continuing to chase there. And no, you have a skirmish in the bottom side of the map. Legos and Rembones back away from each other. Himana's come up. Here comes Cricket. Swampfire is gonna be dissuaded by the seismic shot from pretty good one. Oh, but First Blood goes over to Rembones in a solo kill under the tower with the Unstoppable Force. There's a good death sentence. It lands onto Himana. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes out, and Himana goes down. Chrono Swifty picks up that kill. Swampfire now gets the Arctic Assault, flashes away. Vera still trying to get the reset. The zap will get him, and now he's running for his life because he doesn't want to die to Renji. Renji out of mana. He's not able to close out any kills. It's a 1 for 2 at the end of the day. 2 kills on the bottom side of the map for United is 1, but that solo kill in the top lane for Pigs Might Fly's top laner. Yeah, and General Vici nowhere to be seen. He was still down there catching that CS wave. Means he could not come and make that fight a 4v4 in the river, and that means that United is 1 comes out ahead. Now Beerus with the 1 kill, the 1 assist, even made it out alive. And so now he's going to come back to lane, and the Jinx is one of the very good scaling hyper carries towards the late game. Can really take over a game if he doesn't get blown up by the Unstoppable Force Mega Inferno Bomb combo. Oh, but Cool Guy is actually very far behind. I'm not sure what he's been doing. I haven't been watching his jungle pathing, but he's only level 4. Probably going to hit level 5 off of that red buff, but Swampfire's been level 6 for a while now. He actually used his ultimate in that skirmish in the river, so Cool Guy not even being level 6 means he's very, very far behind his opposite number in the jungle. But for United is one, they do have a pretty significant CS lead in the mid lane for Chrono Swifty over Renji. Beerus and Cricket, of course, are going to be scaling up very nicely up against General Vici and Himana. Caitlyn, of course, is very good, but she was nerfed very harshly on the more recent patches. Oh, hold on a second. Rembones is getting ganked by Cool Guy. There's the Ruthless Predator stun. He's going to get slowed up by the barrel toss. Rembones just pops that ground slam and he says, hey, back off, guys. Renji going to take some damage from Chrono Swifty. He's moving forward aggressively. That's a good unraveled earth. Seismic shove just sidestepped by Renji. There's a lot of damage coming down and the threaded volley will be enough. Chrono Swifty solo kills Renji. Legos and Rembones continue to trade. Rembones, despite getting that solo kill, it looks like Legos has come out ahead in this trade and he forces the flash away from Rembones. And Legos gets a little bit of pressure onto that tower. The 3-1 kill lead means that it's a 1.6k gold lead in favor of United as one. General Vici and Himana still trying to put pressure onto Beerus and Cricket. But like we were saying, Caitlyn is she's still very safe as an AD carry, but she doesn't do as much damage as she used to. With the changes to her interaction with Runan, she doesn't stack headshots as effectively. With the changes to her base attack speed growth, it means by the time you hit level 10, you're really feeling that reduced attack speed per level. Means that Beerus is just going to continue to scale up very nicely, get to that hyper carry potential on Jinx, and maybe solo carry United as one. Alright, so Swampfire and Renji have both snuck their way into the bottom lane side brushes. I didn't even notice that until we just scrolled over it now. And Legos is aggressive under Rembones, but we might see something explosive happen in the bottom lane here pretty soon. Yep, there it is. Beerus is going to get caught, and he goes down. Renji gets that kill. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes out. Cricket takes a lot of damage, but he flashes out, but it doesn't matter. General Vici gets him with the headshot. There's the Swampfire going down to the tower. He stayed a little bit too long. That Taric ultimate, not enough to keep him alive. Now Chrono Swifty has made his way up to the top lane to hold off Rembones' push. That's a good seismic shove, and he's gonna get Rembones. That's a really nice kill from the mid laner of United as one, but Pigs Might Fly come out ahead in the bottom lane. 3 for 2 at the end of it all. Cool Guy is too low to be staying here to try and hold this tower. Pigs Might Fly with a 3-man push, and of course, with Ziggs, is gonna be able to take tower first blood basically no problem. There's the satchel charge just to blow it up. Now Cool Guy might have stayed around a little bit too long, does get the dazzle stun, but he gets out with that one. Chrono Swifty just a little bit too late to pick up tower first blood for his team, but he does answer back in the top lane. Now Renji with a 50 CS deficit and 3 kills on his opposite number. Chrono Swifty on this Talia can really take over the game as well. So Beerus and Chrono Swifty gonna have to really make something happen for their team. Swampfire gonna take away his own blue buff yet again. Just want to make sure that it's denied from being stolen by the enemy jungle. United is one actually will start up the Mountain Drake rather, as Pigs Might Fly all recalled at the same time, so they lost a lot of pressure on the map. It means that this Mountain Drake goes down without really much of a fight at all. So towers traded. First Tower of Blood did go over to Pigs Might Fly, but United is one get the Mountain Drake, which will go very nicely for them. Swampfire and Himana find a control ward hidden in their red side jungle. And now, actually, this is interesting. Chrono Swifty going for the GLP into what appears to be the Morellonomicon. That's the only thing that the Lost Chapter will build into. So that's a lot of mana built up for Chrono Swifty. It will allow him to spam those threaded volleys a lot more than you would expect a Talia to be able to at this point. We'll have to see if this double mana item gambit will pay off for him. He's missing out on some of that raw AP, which will amplify his damage, so he'll have to use the threaded volley more effectively and more frequently in order to make up for that damage loss. So both bottom lanes rotated up to the top lane. Cricket and Beerus gonna, as we saw in the last matchup in the bottom lane, they are gonna get shoved in a little bit by General Vici and Himana. Cricket and Beerus just clear out the minion wave. Now, what are they gonna do? Chrono Shrifty was looking towards that top side of the map, or maybe he was just getting down a ward. The Weaver's Wall not available. Renji doing what he can to try and catch up in CS. It was a good roam by Renji and Swampfire to be there in the bottom lane, secure their team first Tower Blood, but it came at the cost of a big CS deficit from both Rembones and Renji. Pigs Might Fly relying very heavily on their superior team fight presence with the Unstoppable Force, with Glacial Prison, and of course with Mega Inferno Bomb in order to win this game. Because the pressure right now is on a lot of their team fight power. Swampfire and General Vici looking for Cool Guy. They don't actually have vision of him until just now. General Vici moving forward aggressively. He's actually a higher level than the opposite enemy jungler. The Dazzle misses good body slam from Cool Guy, but there comes the Cosmic Radiance. Double teleports coming in from both sides. Cool Guy flashes himself out. They're going to focus down the potential teleport, but it was canceled. Rembo's looking for an Unstoppable Force onto only Cool Guy, but that might be enough. They're gonna be able to get him after the explosive cast. Good death sentence lands onto Himana, who does not have the Cosmic Radiance, but it's not gonna matter. No follow-up. There's no damage available from United as one. Legos cancel the teleport, so he's stuck in the bottom lane without anyone there to contest him. So Pigs Might Fly come out ahead once again in the skirmish. They've evened up kill count now, down about 800 gold, and that's a big result of that CS deficits in both solo lanes. Beerus and Cricket doing what they can to keep pressure in the top lane so that Legos can put damage onto that bottom lane tower. It looks like they're very hesitant to die, but here comes the Weaver's Wall from Chrono Shrifty. He separates Swampfire, Himana, and General Vici. Good death sentence into the seismic shove, and Himana gets blown to bits. Chrono Shrifty on a rampage, 4-0-1, and now Pigs Might Fly forced away. Legos has free time with this tower, and he will be able to get it. Rembone's a little bit too late to stop him, and he does not have the Unstoppable Force, so Legos is actually might be able to win this one. Rembone's with the Iceborne Gauntlet. He has to back away because that Dominus is burning away. Now Renji trying to run himself away. The Satchel Charge will disengage him from Chrono Shrifty. Cricket and Beerus successfully hold off the push again from Pigs Might Fly, so really good map play from United as one. That's really what they need to do. Renekton does have a lot of damage available to him at this point in the game, but it cannot match the teamfight presence of a well-placed Unstoppable Force. So Renji and Swampfire, it's 2 towers to 1 now in favor of United as one. That sentence is going to land on the Swampfire, but that's just really to disrupt a little bit. There's no potential follow-up from the members of United as one. They're not able to get themselves in there. Pigs Might Fly, not sure what they're trying to do right now. The Rift Herald might be the call. That looks like what the members of Pigs Might Fly are headed towards. And this would probably be the best thing to do right now. There's no members of United as one in the area. They know that there's no vision on this because of the control wards placed throughout the topside river area. So they will secure this Rift Herald basically uncontested. Make sure someone picks that up. Legos comes in, he realizes what's going on, and now he has to back himself away. Slice and dices over the wall. Now it looks like we're gonna devolve the game into a little bit of an ARAM. Rembone's the only member going down to catch that wave in the bottom side of the map. I'm gonna try and hand off this blue buff to Renji so we can wave clear. Or not. Swampfire will take yet another blue buff for himself. Renji, I guess, doesn't think he needs that blue buff to wave clear for a while now. Just want to get that reduced cooldown on the Glacial Prison for Swampfire. Potentially have that mana sustain for his jungle clear, but it might hurt if Renji is unable to wave clear effectively without any mana. And as you can see, Chrono Shifty is going to be handed off his blue buff, and he's the one who likely doesn't need it as much. He has the Morella Namicon and the Hextech GLP 800. Renbone's going to take a little bit of damage, as well as the death sentence. That's a lot of damage. Dazzle coming out. Renbone's knocked down to about half HP, and that's a lot of damage onto your tank. He's only got an Iceborne Gauntlet right now, so no magic resist to deal with. The 401 Talia for Chrono Swifty. Chrono Swifty is actually going to get sent up by the Dazzle, but Himana is a little bit alone. Good dodge on the death sentence. The Ocean Drake is the target for United is one. Big Smack Fly not in the position to start this fight. Renbones is still coming from base. He has the Unstoppable Force, but he's not anywhere near. There's a good play back onto Swampfire and Death Sentence into it afterwards. Cricket is taking a lot of damage from General Vici, but there goes Legos. He's in the backline, but the Cosmic Radiance is keeping them all safe. Exhaust goes down as well. Mega Inferno Bomb takes out Cricket, and here comes Renbones. Good Unstoppable Force. It will lock up Chrono Swifty, and that's the shutdown. Renji flashes for the bomb, and it's not going to be enough. Legos gets out with a Blast Cone. It's a 2 for 0 in favor of Pixmac Fly after they lose the Ocean Drake. Here comes the Rift Herald from Swampfire. Probably not needed to be used there, but they do secure the tower just in time before the Rift Herald knocks its head into it, and now it gets a full damage charge onto the second tier tower. Good play by Pixmac Fly to secure 2 towers in the mid lane. Pull themselves in the lead in terms of towers now. Almost a 1k gold lead in their favor, just about 800. Pixmac Fly will deny away the red buff of the enemy as well. General Vici will pick that one up. Now they're going to rotate up to the top lane, deal with that last remaining outer tower. And yeah, United is one a little bit too slow on the play to catch this wave. And actually, it looks like Pixmac Fly are going to back away here. They have a low health bar on Swampfire and none of their cooldowns, so they don't want to get caught overstaying for this tower. Make sure they don't get pushed into a fight when they don't have the ability to counter it. And that is one clearing out the vision in the Baron area. Legos comes forward just to catch the wave. They're sending Beerus into the bottom lane to catch a really big wave there. Renji pops his ghost because he realizes he's being sandwiched by 2 members of United's one. Good satchel charge gets him away from Legos and Chrono Swifty, but it's not going to matter. Chrono Swifty has so much damage, and it's going to be enough. Legos picks up a kill onto Renji. A little bit greedy there. Legos is gonna put some damage onto Renbones. There's the body slam over the wall from Cool Guy. There's slice and dice his way out, dodge away from the Dazzle. It's a 4v4 only up here because Beerus is making his way there from bottom lane. Renji will be spawning in about 5 seconds. United is one. What are they trying to do right now? They pushed out that top wave. They pushed out that bottom wave with the help of Beerus, and now they're all rotating towards the mid lane. Himana nicely dodges that seismic shot, but he gets pulled over the Unraveled Earth. There's the body slam from Cool Guy. Good Dazzle stuns up 2 members as well at the Ural Snap Trap. Legos taking like 4 headshots from General Vici, but now General Vici might be caught because of the death sense. Cosmic Radiance comes out, but Cricket, this is not where he wants to be because his team has already backed away. Chrono Swifty in the mid lane. Here they come now, but they've already used the Cosmic Radiance. The death sense is going to land onto Swampfire. Not gonna be anything more than that, however. If United just wanted followed up with Cricket after that death sentence, that could have been a really good fight for them off of the catch onto the ADC, but unfortunately Beerus and Chrono Shifty moved themselves into the mid lane rather than pursuing into the jungle. Pigs Might Fly have established vision control over this river area on the Baron. Could be the call. They're actually still trying to push onto that top lane tower. They want to get this one down. It will go down to the satchel charge. Pigs Might Fly 4 towers to 2 and a 200 gold lead. Renbones, after the Iceborne Gauntlet, has gone for the Abyssal Mask. It will give him that magic resist as well as the aura to amplify his and Renji's damage. Wants to build up some magic resist for Chrono Swifty, who's still very ahead of his opposite number. United has won, move forward, push, put down their vision into the enemy, or into the Baron pit rather. Lego's just chilling out, putting pressure on Rembone so that he can't be in that fight. Lego's actually starting to lose out these trades. Rembones has enough armor and health to put damage onto him. Unfortunate that Sweeper did not have the time to catch that ward. The Death Sense is just going to be a little bit of annoyance from Cricket. Ace in the hole will chunk Chrono Swifty just a little bit. Not too much damage just yet. He's also got that bonus HP from the Hextech GLP, which makes him a little bit beefier. Pigs might fly. They have the wave here. Cool guy, might not be the way you want to go. He's going to take that Dark Passage out from Cricket. Chrono Swifty looking for a pick out of Fog of War. Swampfire not the target you want though. Seismic Shove will catch him as well as the Death Sentence, but because of the passive, Swampfire didn't take too much damage. He does have to flash out, and that is a big engage ability from Pigs might fly down, but they do still have the Unstoppable Force. Dazzle's gonna go wide. Lego's actually forced to flash out as well. Swampfire goes in with the Arctic Assault. Seismic Shove not quite gonna land for Chrono Swifty. Pigs might fly now. They don't want to look for a fight here because it is gonna be a 5v4. Rembo's on his way up now. Beers has actually delayed his Infinity Edge after the Runon's Hurricane in favor of getting the Lord Dominique's Regards. Doesn't want to have to deal with that armor and health stacking from both Swampfire and Rembones. So it's a decent adaptation. You're missing out on the multiplier from that Infinity Edge crit modifier, but it will mean that you're able to do a lot more damage earlier. Himana secures that Mountain Drake. Swampfire with a little bit of an early smite. Not that it matters. There was no contest for United as one. Now, Chrono Swifty trying to put some damage onto that mid lane tower as he gets moved on by Pigs Might Fly. Now he's running himself up the river. Swampfire looking for the pick. He's not going to go for the Glacial Prison. Now there's a little bit of stagnation here from both sides. Neither team really looking for any form of engage unless they can pick somebody off really easily. And so yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're trying to do right now. Legos is pushing down into that bottom lane. Mega Inferno Bomb comes to clear out the way, but it's not going to be enough to save that tower. United is one get it and get out. Swampfire just a little bit too late on the play. Well, not a whole lot is going to be happening right now. General VG trying to push that wave up there. Himana is going to dazzle up Cool Guy J and take the Blast Cone out towards it, take his join his jungler. Cool Guy body slams in. This might not be the call he wants, but he's got Beerus and Cricket on the backside. Death Sentence goes straight down the middle. Swampfire might be looking for the Glacial Prison, but he doesn't have, yet again, Rembone still in the bottom lane trying to put down pressure in there. Now Renji might be getting collapsed on by the members of United's one. Swampfire, Himana, and General Vici, they find Cricket and Chrono Swifty. Not gonna go for anything. These teams are just so scared to look for the engage right now. They don't want to take a bad team fight. Good Dazzle stops the Righteous Glory movement from Cool Guy. There's a Seismic Shove and catches Himana. Now Himana pops the Cosmic Radiance. Here we go. This is the fight they want. They get the invincibility. There's the Satchel Charge coming across. Death Sentence goes wide. Beerus takes his bouncing bomb to the face. Teleport comes in from Legos. He's gonna get caught by the Earl Sniper. Good body slam from Cool Guy. Catches two, but that's a really big unstoppable force from Rembo. They take out Beerus immediately. Renji throwing out those bombs and General Vici headshotting down. Mega Inferno Bomb comes across and Legos will go down. Renji flashes himself out to safety, and it's 4-4-2 in favor of Pigs Might Fly. They might make it 5. There's the slow from the Seismic Shard. Rembones gets the slow, and General Vici gets the kill. Pigs Might Fly, Ace United is one, and now they're pushing up that top mid lane. And with Caitlyn and Ziggs both still alive, they will take these structures very quickly. There's the satchel charge. And now they focus their efforts onto the inhibitor. Cricket spawning in 5 seconds. He will not be able to stop them. The inhib will go down 5 towers to 3 in favor of Pigs Might Fly. And just over 1k gold lead. This game is actually very close in terms of gold due to those CS leads in the mid and top lane. But now with super minion waves to be contending with in that mid lane here, pretty soon United is one to lose a lot of pressure on the map. Send Beerus and Cricket towards that bottom side to push that wave out while they prepare for this siege into the mid lane from the minion waves. They're gonna have to start worrying a little bit about Pigs Might Fly's Baron potential. They have no vision in anywhere near that Baron except for that one in the pit, which will probably be expired and or disabled here pretty soon. But Cricket moving forward, trying to get that vision down. Right. Now United is one. They've actually moved forward and they've secured themselves vision control over the Baron area. Pigs Might Fly moving forward in there, but might get picked off by the superior vision of United's one. Death Sentence is going to find Humana, but there's no follow-up. United's one kind of split on opposite sides of the Baron pit after that one, so they really can't look for anything unless they have a really well-placed pincer. They've still got Rembone's bottom lane. He does have his teleport available, so Pigs Might Fly feeling a little bit more comfortable with that one, but United is one and they can make a quick pick like they might find onto Humana. Dazzle goes wide, Cool Guy pops the Righteous Glory, forces the flash away from Humana with a Death Sentence. Now Cool Guy takes a headshot to the face, and that's not going to be what he wants, but here comes Legos. He's got the flank. He's going to stun up Humana. He doesn't get anything. They get himself over the side there. There's Cricket taking a lot of damage after the Dazzle as well. Now Cricket's actually just going to die. General Vici goes dominating. Here comes the rest of Pigs Might Fly, and now United is one forced away. They've lost their support already. Didn't pop his luck. It didn't pop the box. Not able to do anything. Alright, so Pigs Might Fly now. They've got the wave prepped up into that top lane, and now they rotate all 5 members there. They're going to be able to take this tower. Nothing that United is one can do to stop them. Satchel Charge not even going to be used because they want to save it for this next one. There's a Seismic Shove on the Swamp Fire, but the passive will keep him nice and safe. Gets a lot of that bonus resistances. Chrono Shrifty just clearing out the wave with the Threaded Volley. And Lego's going to go in, just going back out with just to clear out the wave. Pigs Might Fly, not a whole lot they can do off of this push just yet, so now they're going to back themselves away. Steal away yet another red buff from United is one. Chrono Shrifty a little bit separated from his team. Swampfire just moving forward to zone him away. Didn't want to commit the Glacial Prison. Okay, Death Sentence is going to land on the Swampfire, but Rembone's looking for the Unstoppable Force, which is still available, of course. Rembone's moving forward, just tanking the Threaded Volley. Lego's putting down a little bit of free damage, just going to slice and dice around. Cricket taking a lot of damage. Those headshots coming out. There's a Death Sentence on the Rembones. The Dazzle. The Unstoppable Force catches only Chrono Shrifty, but the Mega Inferno Bomb is going to pick up all of them. Cricket goes down. He's the first kill of the fight. Legos goes into the back line. He's slicing and dicing around. Super Mega Death Rocket's not going to be enough. Beerus gets exhausted as he flashes in. They've already killed off Legos, and that will mean Beerus as well. Chrono Shrifty now running for his life. Swampfire did get the Archie Assault in, and the Satchel Charge will knock him into his death. It's a double kill for General Vici. They've lost 4 members of United as one, and only Renji will be the one to die. Here's the ace. Cool Guy goes down. Triple kill for General Vici as they focus down the Nexus Towers with the Super Minions already into the base. And Pigs Might Fly. They will, off of their victory in Tokyo and Tulsa, they will take their victory in week 1 of the OKLCS as well. After Swampfire goes in just to lose some of those KDA stats. So yeah, Pigs Might Fly, victory over United as one. Well played by both sides. It was a very close game for a large part of the game. General Vici, the 907 on Caitlyn, just absolutely critting down all of the members of United as one. We'll throw up the MVP poll for you during the interlude, and hope to see you after the break for another game from Platinum Caps. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in just a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Season 4, Week 1. We just saw Pigs Might Fly take the victory over United as 1 in the first game of the night, and it looks like after all is said and done, the MVP is pretty close across the members of Pigs Might Fly, but Rembones will take MVP for that game over United as 1 with 5 votes out of the, let's see, 14 that were cast. So, you know, pretty close among all the members, but that'll be the end of that vote. And we are going to go ahead and jump into game number 2 of the night, which will be between Trill Boys and Oklahoma Gold Rush. So we'll go ahead and jump into that one here. And without further ado, let's get into that one. Do remember, guys, that there is possibly going to be a giveaway either tonight or tomorrow. You have to be participating in Twitch chat in order to be eligible to receive that, so don't forget to just sort of at least, you know, offer your insights, say something, communicate with other people in Twitch chat for the chance to win that one. But anyways, about the game, Trail Boys on the blue side up against Oklahoma Gold Rush on the red side. Trail Boys coming off of their victory in Gold Cap from last season. They definitely have high hopes going into this one. They've only replaced one member of their team, So Pyro, it looks like, taking the place of Aussie. And on the other side, Oklahoma Gold Rush looks like they've mostly Silverhammer, the captain of Oklahoma Gold Rush, basically rebuilding his team from the ground up. I don't think, aside from him, there are any returning members of Oklahoma Gold Rush aside from Silverhammer, the support player. So we'll see how well they do here. Both junglers starting on their red side jungle, although it looks like Trodalor is going to be leashing onto his Raptors to start, and A-Haze will be leashed onto his red buff. Yeah, the Orb of Deception from Ignopius' Ari will be very effective at leashing Trodalor onto those Raptors. You could just slide those through all of the little baby birds, take them out pretty quickly. And of course, Kayn coming out for Trodalor. Kayn is a very fast clearing jungler. Has a lot of AoE on that on the Q. I don't actually know a lot of Kayn's ability names, though. Next time we mouse over him, I'll have to figure some of those out. Alright, so False Heart and Silverhammer, they are going to get the early push onto So Pyro and Texture. Guitar is going to use that Siphon Power Shield to trade nicely with Ignopius, dodging away from the second proc of the Orb of Deception. This double tank top lane, both Kate Trillium and Rembones both playing Malphite in the top lane for their week one matches, so pretty interesting how these champion priorities change from division to division. Most of the time, outside of very high professional play, comfort picks will always take priority over the very highly contested meta picks. Alright, A-Haze is moving forward. Oh, lane gank onto Unix Titus. He flashes right into the Sonic Wave. A-Haze gonna put a lot of damage, but I don't think they'll be able to dive this one. But Unix Titus forces Summoner, and more than likely is going to have to back here. It looks like he's just going to use the time to potion up. A-Haze with a very quick and successful lane gank early on. Trodalor just continuing to farm himself away. He will actually have triple the CS of A-Haze after he finishes off that wolf camp. So the priority between ganking and farming is different among these two junglers. The Pyro's canceled 3 autos now. Oh, A-Haze with a return gank onto Unix Titus. He has no flash, but those minions blocking the Sonic Wave, and A-Haze will not be able to make this one happen. He actually walks himself into a sapling. That'll take out a little bit more of his HP bar. And he still has not farmed anything after that first gank, aside from that one Scuttle Crab. So, in spite of having that successful early gank, Trodalor is going to be himself very ahead in terms of gold, because the kill did not get secured, and he will be ahead in terms of experience as well. Going for the full clear now. And Victor, not a mid laner that we've seen a lot of recently, just because not being able to stay in lane until 1250 gold is really very rough for a Victor. Sometimes it's very hard to be able to do that, and I think Trodalor should at least try and invest some time into forcing guitars back early before he can get that first upgrade into the Hex Core, because once you get delayed on that, you can't just sort of come back to lane without buying anything, so that delays your Hex Core even farther, which is one of the big reasons why Victor doesn't really stand up very well in the current meta. In addition, he's very mana hungry. He's not able to clear the waves very effectively at all until after he's gotten that upgrade to the Hex Core for the laser. Now, False Heart and Silver Hammer are going to continue to shove in. Guitar's coming forward to put some damage on the Ignopius because here comes Ahaze. He ward jumps forward. Now Yuna X Titus and Cade Trillium are going for it. Ignopius has already flashed over the wall, but here's Trodelor. He's level 5 to Ahaze is level 4, and Ahaze doesn't have any more dashes, but there's not going to be any damage coming out. Sonic Wave's going to land on the Trodelor, who flashes away. The Thunderlord's Decree is not going to be enough to take him out. Ahaze successfully forces the flash from his opposite enemy, from his opposite number. And he's putting down a lot of pressure, but not able to convert any kills, and that means that yet again he's still continuing to fall behind Trodelor. Trodelor is going to take his recall. Both junglers opting for the Tracker's Knife for that extra bit of vision. Alright, now Yuna X Titus actually just pops his ultimate to catch Yuna X or Cade Trillium in his recall, but Yuna X Titus, he's taking a lot of tower damage and he's gonna get slowed up, and it's actually gonna be Cade Trillium. Solo kills him for first blood. I don't know why Yuna X Titus thought he could dive. It's not as though a Malphite does a whole lot of damage and he hadn't recalled. He only had the one Doran's ring. That was a very questionable play by the top lane of Oklahoma Gold Rush. Alright, so Oklahoma Gold Rush, now their bottom lane took a recall. They're heading back into lane. False Heart did have enough gold to pick up that BF sword. Probably going to go for the Essence Reaver into the Zeal item, more than likely the Static Shiv. And Guitars was able to upgrade his Hex Core at least the one time. Trodelor going to steal away the red buff of Ahaze, actually. Ahaze heading up to do the same in the opposite side. So, good on Ahaze to anticipate that red buff steal. Trodelor gonna just be trading away those red buffs. Interesting from Cade Trillium to build towards the he's building towards the Sunfire Cape as his first item. Yuna X Titus is actually also building an armor item first up. Oh, Silver Hammer and Trodelor, they were trying to steal away this Mountain Drake, but they're found by So Pyro and Texture, but here comes False Heart off the other side. So Pyro rocket jumps away, and Texture has to jump to him because they don't want to take this 4v2. Ahaze and Guitars not on the rotation means that Oklahoma Gold Rush secure that Mountain Drake for themselves. In spite of giving up first blood, Oklahoma Gold Rush actually has a 300 gold lead, and a lot of that has to do with the CS discrepancies between False Heart and So Pyro, and Trodelor and Ahaze. Oh, but here's Ahaze. He's looking for the gank onto False Heart. He's actually already forced the spell shield, and there's the kick. False Heart flashes away. He gets out under the tower. He gets disengaged with the help of Silver Hammer. Ignopius and Guitars now trading. He's going to pop the Chaos Storm. Ignopius already used the Spirit Rush, has to back himself out. Yuna X Titus now just pushing the minions into the tower. He's now got himself a 10 CS lead over Cade Trillium. Now False Heart trying to get the push into that tower, so Pyro gonna move forward aggressively and put down damage onto him with the explosive shot. And now Trodelor is actually playing pretty aggressively, invading into the enemy jungle. After he takes the red buff, he's gonna move over, steal away the blue buff. Ahaze actually with a lane gank. There's the rocket jump forward. Good Howling Gale from Silver Hammer will mean that that one is disengaged. Ahaze has been putting a lot of pressure onto these ganks. Cade Trillium actually has to use the Unstoppable Force to get away from the Brambles and Trodelor. They're gonna flash for it. Yuna X Titus goes in with the Twisted Advance. He's tanking up the tower. Cade Trillium gonna get the infestation from Trodelor, and Trodelor will go down to the tower. It's a 1-for-1 off of the game. No, Yuna still has the tower aggro. almost dies there, but he does barely survive. Ignopius gonna make his way up there and try and help them secure Tower First Blood in the top lane. And Hayes looking for another gank into the bottom lane. He's gonna look for it. He flash kicks out False Heart. There's a good Glacial Fissure, and False Heart will get some of the concussive blows, or will he? The Monsoon keeps him nice and alive, and that means that yet another gank disengaged by the Janna. Oklahoma Gold Rush bottom lane have played against Ahaze's ganks very effectively, and they've drawn a lot of pressure. Means that Trodlor is continuing to pull himself ahead and of Ahaze. Even though he died up there, it is going to delay him a little bit. Guitar's not quite able to secure Tower First Blood in the mid lane, and they've not stopped Ignopius, and that means that he will get solo gold for Tower First Blood in the top lane. Now Guitar's getting jumped up by Yuna x Titus. Yuna will take the Thunderlord's proc for his troubles. Alright, so Oklahoma Gold Rush. Things have calmed down a little bit, and Oklahoma Gold Rush now 1.6k gold in the lead thanks to Tower First Blood and superior CS numbers in 3 out of 5 positions. Yuna x Titus, he's itemizing towards the Righteous Glory is actually going to be his first item. And what I was saying before I lost my train of thought, but now I've remembered. Cade Chillium is itemizing towards the Sunfire Cave. Oh, Yuna x Titus is going to get ganked by A. He's over the side. The Brambles are going to come out, and it's actually blocked up by Cade Chillium. They follow with the Sonic Wave into the Resonating Strike. They kick him actually under his tower into the Unstoppable Force, but they don't have enough damage. Yuna x Titus is still alive. Cade Chillium taking up a lot of tower aggro, and Yuna x Titus gets the Sap Magic heal. Doesn't even have to burn any summoners, which he didn't have to begin with, but Cade Chillium and Ahaze unable to secure anything there. Invested both of their ultimates. Now they might look for the dive. Ahaze gonna land the Sonic Wave. Will he go in the Resonating Strike? He actually gets rooted up under the tower. He's still taking tower aggro, and Yuna x Titus has come out. Trodlor comes in for the gank, and they kill up Ahaze. Ahaze once again goes too far, unable to secure anything, and Cade Chillium has to just run for his life. Disaster strikes for Trillboy. Texture comes out, throws up the Unbreakable. Oklahoma Gold Rush is bottom lane, now feeling very confident. The Rift Herald is started up by Trodlor and Yuna x Titus. The Howling Gale roars across. Silver Hammer knocks up So Pyro just to be a little bit annoying. Janna is such a ridiculously powerful champion right now. Ignopius coming out to help Oklahoma Gold to secure this one. He actually Spirit Rushes forward, lands the charm onto Cade Chillium. Cade Chillium does not have Unstoppable Force. He does have his flash, but it's not going to matter because Ignopius follows with the flash. The Foxfires come across. Guitars pops the Chaos Storm. They're going to put down damage. Good charm lands after the Twisted Advance, and now Guitars is in trouble. There's the Infest. He's going to get jumped on the Gravity Field, trying to zone, but Ahaze kicks Trodlor out, but he's not able to save his mid laner. Hit the Sap. Twisted Advance follows him after the Safeguard. It's a double kill for Yuna x Titus, and Trailboys come out on the lower end of that one once again. So Pyro pops the explosive charge on the Pulse Heart, but he actually takes a lot of damage for it. False Heart using the Boomerang Blade and the Ricochet to reset his auto attacks, trades back nicely, and Texture unable to block up most of that damage. Things going down onto that dragon, which will be spawning here fairly soon. Oklahoma Gold Rush already starting to move forward aggressively. False Heart actually forces the rocket jump away from So Pyro. False Heart a little bit low on mana, but he does have enough. As Sivir, he's able to shove that wave into the tower very effectively. Here, oh, actually, there's a teleport coming in from Cade Chillium. He has the Unstoppable Force. Here comes Ahaze as well. They're looking for it. Their teleport is going to be matched by Yuna x Titus, and actually, Oklahoma Gold Rush able to make it back to their tower, and a little bit too slow from Trailboys. They weren't able to make that happen, but now they've got 5 members here stacked, ready to start up the Infernal Drake. Oh, but the flash Twisted Advance onto So Pyro. He actually rocket jumps out under the Chortler gonna get stunned up by the concussive blows. Here comes Ignopius, actually just gonna blow up So Pyro in the back line. Buster Shot doesn't gonna matter at all. Glacial Fissure comes across. Tricade Trillium already used the Unstoppable Force, and actually Unix Titus takes out Guitars on the backside. Now Ignopius on the other side of the fight. Cade Trillium taking a lot of damage. Will he go down? The Boomerang Blade, will it be enough? Yes, it will. False Heart picks up another one. It's 3-0 in favor of Oklahoma Gold Rush. And now they are the ones who get the Infernal Break. Chortler actually comes over the wall. He's looking for the fight onto Ahaze. He will get kicked out and falling with the Resonating Strike. Really effective mechanical play from Ahaze. False Heart still wants to go for this one. He's just zoning him away so that he can't go for the Dragon Steel. And False Heart just knocks him down. Ahaze probably didn't want to follow that Sonic Wave. In either case, it will be 2 more kills. The delayed ace for Oklahoma Gold Rush as well as the Infernal Drake. They've got a 5.4k gold lead. And pressure across the map. Second tower of the game goes down in favor of Oklahoma Gold Rush once to add on to that first one. So now 2 towers unresponded to for Oklahoma Gold Rush. Ignopius pulling himself 20 CS ahead of his opposite number. Same discrepancy for False Heart and for So Pyro. And Unix Titus, he's got a little bit of a deficit, but he's got 3 kills to his name, has moved around the map and helped his team quite a bit. Cade Trillium's not been very effective in this game. So Pyro doing what he can, but he doesn't have a whole lot of attack speed to work with. So it's going to be relatively minor damage to this tower comparatively, and Oklahoma Gold Rush able to pick up the wave. Chortler is looking for something over the side. He's already evolved into Ross, the darkened form of Kane. And here he comes over the wall. He's looking for it. There's the knockup is ready. He's going to knock up Texture. There gets in with the Q. Texture stand behind me onto So Pyro. Howling Gale's being charged, but they're not going to get the knockup. They force them back, push the wave in, pop the Rift Herald down. And this might be the 3rd tower of the game. All 3 outer towers going down in favor of Oklahoma Gold Rush before Trill Boys can get one. And there it is. And there comes Ignopius over the side. Out of fucking war. Blows up So Pyro. And the On the Hunt comes in. They chase down Texture. Get another kill. Now Ahaze all by himself trying to stop them from taking this tower, but the Rift Herald's still nice and healthy. Charm lands on Ahaze. He gets knocked out by Chortler, and Ahaze goes down. There's the Twisted Advance, knocks up Cade Trillium. The gravity field's not going to be enough. Chortler flashes forward for Unstoppable Force. Dodged by the Infestation. Chortler with a beautiful play, and now Cade Trillium goes down after the charm. He was not able to secure the kill onto Guitars, but he did zone him away, and they picked up 2 more kills and another tower. The Rift Herald still alive, ready to barrel into that inhibitor. Oklahoma Gold Rush take everything. The knockup into the charm, and So Pyro goes so low. The Glacial Fissure comes out to disengage, but Oklahoma Gold Rush got what they wanted. Ignopius throws out the Orb of Deception. They're actually still going for it. The Nexus Tower is the next thing to fall. It's down to about half HP. It will be regenning as Oklahoma Gold Rush retreat out of the enemy base. But Trill Boys, nothing they can do. Oklahoma Gold Rush, they got 3 towers and an inhibitor off of that push with the Rift Herald. Beautiful use of their map rotations. And Trill Boys, they didn't allocate the appropriate number of resources. They needed to move all of their members down there a lot earlier, get themselves under the tower or before they get zoned away by the members of Oklahoma Gold Rush. And they just sort of let everything go because they get picked off one at a time. Ignopius 307, False Heart 403, perfect KDAs across the bottom side of the map for Oklahoma Gold Rush. And now they've got the superior rotation onto the mid lane. They have 3 members of Trill Boys just sitting there clearing minions, and they lose the mid lane tower uncontested for it. False Heart just autos that one down and runs himself out of there. Ignopius realizes he's been sitting on a ward for a while now. Chortler comes in and sweeps that one out for him. He says, sorry, mid laner. Make sure that you don't get caught here. Chortler takes the red buff, pumps himself over the wall. Oklahoma Gold Rush, now they back themselves away. Here comes a teleport, falls hard on the other side. Teleport comes in for Unix Titus, that's on the hunt. The charm lands, and there's Unix Titus. He flashes for the Brambles, and he roots up Guitars King Trillium now by himself. They kill off the solo laners of Trill Boys. The Brambles actually rooted Texture, and Ignopius comes in with the charm. Unbreakable's not gonna save him. Trotler infests him, picks him up. It's 3 more kills, and Oklahoma Gold Rush looking for the end of Trill Boys. First Nexus Tower goes down, so Pyro and Ahaze, nothing they can do. The Howling Gale comes across, knocks them both up. At the second Nexus Tower falls, Ignopius just playing zone duty as they focus down the towers. The inhibitor goes down, or rather the Nexus Tower goes down, and the Nexus is quick to follow. A 20-minute and 34-second victory for Oklahoma Gold Rush over the Trill Boys. Wow, dominant display by Oklahoma Gold Rush over the Season 3 Gold Cap champions from Trill Boys. To see if they can have a little bit of a better start to the split than what it appears to be, but we'll take a short break before we get into the next game. Wait for that Twitch poll to for that MVP poll to pop up, and we'll get that to you as well as game number 3 after a short break. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in just a few minutes.
That's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find.
Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Season 4, Week 1. We just saw Oklahoma Gold Rush take a very dominating 20-minute victory over the Trill Boys. So, I'm going to pull up the MVP poll here and end the voting on that because it looks like in yet another very close vote, Yuna X Titus, the top laner, will take the MVP for Oklahoma Gold Rush in their victory over the Trill Boys. So, congratulations to the top laner of Oklahoma Gold Rush for that MVP vote. In addition, before we get into the next game, we want to take the opportunity to have that giveaway lottery that we were talking about. So in order to be eligible for this giveaway, you need to have participated in Twitch chat for at some point within the last 15 minutes. So what's going to happen is I'm not entirely sure how this works, to be honest with you. This is the first time we've actually done it. But I'm going to click this roll it button, and if you are eligible to do it, to win it, you'll have the chance to be picked by this randomizer, and we'll see who gets it. I'm just going to click roll it now. So I've clicked roll it, and it looks like Panther553212, you are our lucky winner. Nightbot did just announce it into the Twitch chat. So, Panther, if you will private message to GetWreckedOK your mailing address, and we'll get you your victory for, we'll get you your giveaway prize in the mail shortly. But that'll be it for that. We're going to go ahead and jump into our next game of the night, which will be between GSM and the Rogue 5. Gecko, Slammer, Armageddon, and the Rogue 5. With no further ado, we'll just go ahead and jump into that. Do make sure, Panther, that you private message GetWreckedOK your mailing address so that we can get you your prize. Alright, so it is Gecko, Slammer, Armageddon on the blue side up against the Rogue 5 on the red side. Gecko, Slammer, Armageddon previously playing in Diamond Cap. They've gotten, it looks like the only returning member from last split for Gecko, Slammer, Armageddon is the support Airy Panda, and she will be captaining up Gecko, Slammer, Armageddon in Platinum Cap this split. Rogue 5, a team of free agents. It looks like they're going to have a level 1 here. There's the Aqua Prison. He's going to land onto Legit and flashes himself out, but it doesn't matter because First Blood goes over to Taco Troneki with that Jin auto attack. So nice stack from GSM to catch out the invade from the Rogue 5. So quick First Blood goes over, as well as the flash from the jungler of the Rogue 5. So GSM come out very far ahead there, and it will mean that Taco Troneki will be able to back and pick up a longsword to start off the lane with. Interesting choice with that GSM have done with their comp, actually, because they've got Hayabusa Taicho on Morgana in the mid lane. Now Morgana, one of the big reasons why Morgana isn't played as much mid lane as she is support is because her damage is relatively, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as reliable, is what it is. The main thing about Morgana is her ability to lock down people and to support a player who is going to go in and try and get CC'd. which she can do as a support almost pretty much as effectively as a mid laner. So it's a lot more effective to have her not there. But oh, here comes Legit in for a gank in the bottom lane. There's the flash knockup from True Fury. Taco Trineki gonna have the flash and the summoner heal. The exhaust goes down from True Fury. It's only level 1 from both bottom lanes. And here comes Legit. They're looking for it. The last auto attack. Will it be enough? True Magic picks up that one. And Legit actually body slams in to take tower aggro. He's taking a lot of damage. Airy Panda actually flashes forward. They don't have the ebb and flow. And Jordan B69 will flash over the side. Gets him with the arcane smash. Actually, I think it's Bramble Smash is what it is now after the change. But they will trade 1 for 1 off of that gank. Aqua Prison goes wide. Airy Panda still only level 1, does not have the ebb and flow available. The True Magic and True Fury, they do successfully get a kill with the help of Legit, but Legit actually dies, going in a little bit too far with the body slam. So Ryox on Renekton is going to be shoving in onto a very fun day. Oh, here we go. Jordan B69 with a gank into the bottom lane. True Magic actually flashes away. Jordan B69 booted out by True Fury. Good disengage from the members of Rogue 5 in the bottom lane. Moving forward aggressively once again. This is actually really unfortunate for Legit. He gets caught on his red buff. He's caught by the Dark Binding Ryox. Ruthless Predator stuns him up, and they will get him. One more auto attack will be enough, but they can't secure it. The Black Shield will keep Ryox safe, but they were not able to get the kill. But Legit 1 CS at this point in the game. He got the blue buff, he went for the gank and died, and he hasn't cleared a single camp since then. This is really poor pathing by the jungler of Rogue 5 right now. Now True Fury aggressing onto Airy Panda, gets the knockup. He's actually going to get caught by the Deadly Flourish, and now Airy Panda turns it back around with the ebb and flow. Ryox now getting aggressed on by a very fun day. Slice and dices forward, but I don't think you want this one. A very fun day. Just autoing him down. The flag will not be enough to kill off Ryox, but it's very close. So Taco Trineki and Airy Panda just... Oh, and Legit continuing to get aggressed onto his red buff. He's still at 1 CS. He's not taken a single camp, and he keeps on getting interrupted by the members of GSM on his red buff. He should really just go and clear a smaller camp instead of trying to get this red buff. They actually expended Ryox's teleport to try and push him away once again. Hayabusa gonna take a little bit of damage from Attila the Hun. Jordan B69 is sitting there waiting. He finds Legit. He's level 4 to level 2, but he's gonna get collapsed on by Attila the Hun. Jordan B69 is not ready for this one. He's gonna get caught by the stun, and the Legit is gonna get onto him. True Magic unloading with some auto attacks. He's gonna use the Twisted Advance. He's booted back into the team by True Fury, and Jordan B69 goes down. Aqua Prison gonna go wide from Airy Panda, and Hayabusa not able to help his jungler. What is going on in this game? Legit takes a sapling to the face, but it hardly matters. He's just killed off his opposing jungler, gotten himself back into the game a little bit. He's still only at 2 CS. He's only picked up his buffs. He's getting onto the Raptors now, but holy cow. This is really poor jungle pathing from Legit. Really try and take those side camps. Alright, so a very fun day. He is now getting pushed in by Ryox, but he's got an EXP as well as a CS lead. Picking up a lot of these minions under the tower very effectively. And it looks like a very fun day. Just trying to zone away Ryox, just keeping the wave nice and safe under his tower. True Magic and True Fury just chilling out. Popping those cowbells. Alright, now Attila the Hun gonna take some Tormented Soil damage. Hayabusa a little bit late on that Black Shield. He already had gotten stunned. True Magic gonna put some damage onto Airy Panda, but takes a little bit more. The ebb and flow damage is very powerful at this point in the game. Hayabusa now just using Morgana's... What Morgana does in the mid lane is you just drop the Tormented Soil onto the backline minion wave, yeah, and it just auto shoves the wave. It's very difficult to miss CS because of the modified damage it does as the targets get lower. A Very Fun Day is actually level 6 and Ryak's only level 5. He could actually go aggressive. He's got plenty of mana. I guess he's just a little bit afraid, doesn't realize that he has such a huge advantage right now. Jordan V69 taking away his own red buff now. Hayabusa looks for the Dark Binding. It actually lands onto him. The stun does land as well from Attila the Hun. Hayabusa just trying to put some damage down with the Tormented Soil. Ryox is actually going very low against A Very Fun Day. He does have the Dominus available now, so that is a very easy turning point for Renekton. But if A Very Fun Day can poke him down just a little bit more, then he can all in with his next cooldowns and use the Cataclysm. Ryox gonna use his Call to Meek to get some health back, but now he's completely ready there. Taco Trineki is actually gonna get knocked up. There's the stun from True Fury after the flash. Tidal Wave comes across, and Taco Trineki gets booted back. He actually misses the body slam after that one. There's a good root from True Magic, and Taco Trineki just gonna go down. True Magic on a killing spree. Now Ryox is going to stun up A Very Fun Day. The Cataclysm comes out. The Dominus being used. Ryox is going very low. There's the shield, and A Very Fun Day picks up the kill. Airy Panda now running for her life. The right of the Arcane comes across. One more shot. It will be enough. Attila the Hun with a good roam picks up the support of GSM. And now Rogue 5. They've got 3 members of GSM dead across the map. Now Rogue 5 aggressing onto the Cloud Drake. So here's the thing about disabled wards. If the ward's disabled anyway... Oh, hold on a second, because Jordan V69 has to flash out after getting hit by that stun. If the ward is disabled by a control ward, there's no sense in auto-attacking it unless you're afraid of a teleport coming in. And it's very unlikely a teleport's going to come in because they have no backup. But, oh, here we go. There's the good Twisted Advance, and here comes the Curtain Call. He snipes down legit, and True Magic is going to go down as well. He gets the second shot out, and Taco Trineki picks up 2 kills. Attila the Hun running away through the jungle. Dark Binding, he has to dodge it. The Wolf actually blocks it for him. The Tormented Sail not going to be enough. Hayabusa needs some auto attacks and another Dark Binding. Will it be enough? The stun comes across, stuns up a Wolf. And GSM will actually be the ones to get the Cloud Drake. But yeah, if the ward is disabled by the control ward, then you don't need to auto it unless you're afraid of getting a TP in there. Because it can't see anything, and you're just giving it vision when you auto attack it. But anyway, the GSM will pick up the Cloud Drake, so that puts them at a 1k gold lead. A lot of interesting fights around that area. GSM's bottom lane now, they're shoving in onto True Magic and True Fury. True Fury not actually back in lane just yet. They're going to try and get some damage onto this tower. True Magic pops the W. Getting some damage onto Airy Panda. Deadly Flourish goes wide. Okay. So, pretty similar builds probably going to be coming out from both A Very Fun Day and from Ryox. They're both going to want that Black Cleaver. They're both going to want the Tiamat, probably going into the Titanic Hydra as the game goes on. Aqua Prison is going to go wide, and True Fury actually just takes the opportunity to go in onto Airy Panda. There's the Tidal Wave to try and disengage Deadly Flourish. Dodged by the Feather Storm. Airy Panda taking all the damage, gets stunned up by True Fury. Exhaust goes down, and True Magic. It doesn't matter. Airy Panda goes down. Now they're aggressing onto Taco Trineki. He pops the Unbreakable Will, and Taco Trineki going to get jumped on by a big angry bull. True Magic autos him down, and True Fury walks away out the tower. Oh, here comes Jordan B69, a very fun day. Already used the Q, so he can't flag and drag his way out to safety. He's running for his life, but here comes the Brambles. Flag and drag comes out. Ryox slice and dice. Explosive cast flash by Ryox, but he gets the body slam. They knock away Jordan B69. The teleport had come in from Hayabusa. A very fun day. Flashes out to safety right at the arcane to push them away. Hayabusa still trying to do what he can. Ryox gets the black shield to dodge the stun. And now a very fun day goes in with the Cataclysm, roots them both in place. Legit now getting jumped down by Jordan B69. It's a quick kill for GS. Well, not actually a very quick kill, but a long and delayed kill for GSM after the chase. True Fury looking for Hayabusa Taicho. The Black Shield will stop the knockup, and the Dark Binding will land legit. Gonna take some damage from Ryox and from Jordan B69. Now True Magic Essence Reaver finished. He's 5-1-1. He's a really strong AD carry right now, and Xayah, a champion that can really take over a game. True Magic gonna have to clear out this minion wave before he aggresses onto Taco Troneki. Gonna get the 4-shot on the True Magic. Here comes True Fury. Airy Panda, the Deadly Flourish lands into the Aqua Prison. Tidal Wave comes across. Here's the curtain call. True Fury trying to just block up for True Magic. And good trade by Taco Troneki and Airy Panda. Lucky that True Fury was there to stop him. The Blade Caller comes in. Deadly Flourish roots up the support for just a little bit. You gotta be careful of True Fury jumping onto him because True Magic could unload a lot of damage very quickly. 5-1-1. Oh, nice bouncing grenade. Takes out a good chunk of his HP bar. See what's happening. It looks like Hayabusa Taicho and Jordan V69 on their way to the bottom lane, but they're spotted out by that Scryer's Bloom from Legit. Very fun day going in on aggressive onto Ryox. The body slam just to catch Jordan V69. Dark Binding goes wide. Legit dodges away from that one. He gets the black shield onto Jordan V69. There's the soul shot goes onto only Legit. The explosive cast knocks Hayabusa into tower range. Right in the arcane picks him up. True Magic on a killing spree. Aqua Prison to stop him from chasing, but they still want it. There's a good stun onto Taco Troneki. Airy Panda tries to heal him up with the ebb and flow. They use the blast cone to push themselves out to safety, but Hayabusa Taicho getting caught there. Did not have the black shield. Already used it onto his jungler. Aqua Prison gonna catch True Magic. It means the end of that chase. But Rogue 5 come out ahead, and Jordan B69, he's going very low. True Fury flashes for the knockup onto Taco Troneki, who flashes away from the Q from Attila the Hun. A very fun day has interrupted Ryox's teleport with the Flag and Dragon. Now he doesn't have the mana for Cataclysm, so he can't continue the fight. And Rogue 5, they're coming out very nicely in these fights. They're now up about 800 gold, but Tower First Blood is still on the table. Attila the Hun still sticking around in that bottom lane to keep that shoved out. A very fun day, taking a lot of damage, but Ryox has to slice and dice this way out of the tower range. And a very fun day. He's out of mana. He really cannot afford to stay here. Ryox is just going to move forward aggressively and zone him farther and farther away from his own tower. Jordan V69 takes away his own red buff. But they're sending Rogue 5 are sending True Fury up into the top lane, pushing away Ryox. Dark Binding is going to land onto Attila the Hun, as will the stun onto Hayabusa Taicho. Ryox is still getting some free time with this tower. He's not going to be able to get it with only those 3 minions there, but it will be very close. Tower First Blood is ready and available. Jordan V69 is going to get stunned up by Attila the Hun, and that'll be the end of that gank. Legit going to come in. And again, I don't think he needs to kill that ward, but Ryox is going to get jumped up by the Cataclysm from a very fun day. Forced the flash out. I guess he didn't have Slice and Dice available. With the Rogue 5. Here comes the Tidal Wave down the corridor. It's only going to knock up True Fury. There's a good Root Collar onto Jordan B69. He gets taken down. Flash Soul Shackles only catches one from Hayabusa. He gets exhausted and flashed away from him. Now he's going down. Dark Binding catches him, but it doesn't matter. True True Fury zoning away the members of GSM as Rogue 5 focus down the carries. It's very dangerous for Morgana to try and flash for those Soul Shackles when she doesn't have the Zanyas, and a very fun day actually gets Tower First Blood for himself right out under the nose of Ryox and just goes aggressive onto him. And now Rogue 5 starting up on the Infernal Drake. This is the more important dragon, and there's no way that Jordan B69 can get here in time. And they will secure it. Nice smite from Legit. True Fury taking a lot of damage there. A very fun day has his recall interrupted by Ryox, and now it's a level 11 to a level 10, but the Dominus is a very powerful ability. Attila the Hun is going to root up Jordan B69 with a stun. Now True Magic 7, 1, and 2 on this Xayah. Runon's Hurricane after the Essence Reaver. He's he's doing a lot of damage in a large area because of the feathers running through everybody, the Blade Collar, and of course the Runon's Hurricane bolts going out. Once he finishes off an Infinity Edge, he's going to be ripping through this team. There's very little armor yet built up on the side of GSM. Ryox trying to answer back a tower in the top lane, but here's Legit and a very fun day. Body Slam comes out. Ryox is just going to try and finish the tower because he knows he's going down. Dominus is going to come out. He's actually holding his own pretty nicely, but I think he should be focusing on the Legit rather than a very fun day. And now Cataclysm comes out, keeps him in place. The teleport coming in from Hayabusa Tide Show. He pops the Soul Shackles immediately. Flag and Drag will break one of them. Legit gets caught, and the Dark Binding into the Twisted Advance. They trade back one, but they burn their teleport for it. Meanwhile, Taco Troneki forced away from his own tower because Airy Panda not anywhere near. Airy Panda's in the mid lane, and that means True Magic and True Fury get that tower uncontested. Alright, Deadly Flourish keeps Taco Troneki safe as he heals and runs for his life with the Youmuu's Ghostblade because True Fury was barreling towards him. And True Magic and True Fury, they don't want to overstay, so they get some damage onto the tower, force away the Summoner heal from Taco Troneki, so pretty successful there, and they run themselves out to safety. Oh, Taco Troneki might be caught here. There's the knock-up onto him from True Fury, who's happy to tank the tower, and True Magic just gonna auto him to death after the stun. True Magic and True Fury, dynamite combo here in this bottom lane. Alright, Jordan B69 hanging out in the bottom lane just to catch this minion wave since his AD carry is, of course, not available. True Magic and True Fury and Attila the Hun. Actually, Jordan B69 face checks into that one. They got there just the right time so the sapling would not find them as Jordan B69 walked in there. Deadly Flourish gonna force him away, but they killed off the jungler and now they have free time with his tower. Hayabusa trying to make his way into the bottom lane to help hold him off. Just to push away those minion waves. Alright, now Ryox gonna get flag and dragged on by a very fun day. Ryox is going to catch the Cataclysm, forces the flash once again. Here comes the Curtain Call onto the rooted True Magic. Dark Binding, he has to flash himself out of there, but Legit throws the Explosive Cask. I don't know where. Oh, it was to interrupt Taco Troneki's Curtain Call. I don't know if that was super effective there, but at least he comes in to try and help his team. Really nice attempt by GSM there, but they're very far behind at this point. They didn't quite have the damage. Oh, True Fury flashes for the knockup, knocks Hayabusa into the team. Beautiful play by the support of the Rogue 5. And they catch out the mid laner of GSM unaware. Aqua Prison not quite going to land onto anybody. GSM are struggling now. Ryax getting poked down by Attila the Hun. Alright, the Rogue 5 still chilling out in the mid lane. They're sending a very fun day into the top lane to catch that wave, push it into the tower, and continue to keep pressure onto GSM's towers. Not to see what they can do. Jordan B69 taking away his own blue buff, and Ryax can't recall right now because there's a big wave. They don't want that to go to waste. Airy Panda and Taco Troneki gonna take their recall, move towards the bottom lane. The Rogue 5, they're winning these fights very nicely with True Magic and True Fury starting to run away with the game as it goes on. True Magic 8-1-4 on Xayah. He's so strong right now. They really need to make use of this lead they've got. True Fury is doing an excellent job making these picks, but they're unable to convert it into any structures, any objectives. This would be the one to go for. That's a nice cue from Attila the Hun to put some damage down, but True Magic are not able to get in there safely and put down enough damage onto the tower. Airy Panda and Jordan B69 trying to keep their carries alive here. And GSM are feeling the pressure right now. Binding is going to land onto the cow. Deadly Flourish will keep him in place. And actually a very fun day is going in onto Ryax. He's now very confident in his ability. He's used the Cataclysm. Ryax is going to have to try and get out of there. Or actually, he might try and turn it around. Flag and Drug comes out. Very fun day gets the shield. Ryax, he turns it around! Slice and dice it! And Ryax gets the solo kill onto his opposite number. Now he's trying to teleport out, but he's standing in place, and the the arcane comes across Attila the Hun. But Taco Troneki might have moved forward too far. There's the tidal wave. He roots up legit. Jordan B69 tanking the tower. Explosive cast knocks him farther away. Taco Troneki uses the curtain call, but that's not where you want it because Attila the Hun unloading with all the damage. There's the stun. Gonna land under Jordan B69, and Attila the Hun gets it. Solo Checkles comes across. Flashed away by Attila the Hun. Dark Binding goes wide. Hayabusa not able to stop anything. Here's True Fury off the backside. He comes in and flanks Taco Troneki, just blows him up. The cow is come home. True Fury has been making plays this entire game. Now the Rogue 5 with a lot of members of GSM dead or just now respawning. They start up onto the Baron. They're not taking it super fast because True Magic wasn't here just yet. Hayabusa gets the Black Shield, Dark Binding just to push away True Fury, but now they're starting to take out the Baron very quickly. True Magic is here and unloading with the damage. Jordan B69 nowhere to be seen anywhere near it, and they're gonna get it. Legit smites down the Baron. Airy Panda comes in, flash, flag and drag. They knock in Airy Panda. True Fury once again. True Magic goes dominating. Hayabusa getting melted. Ryax doing what he can. Legit flashes away, but he gets stunned up, exhausted, body slam, and the Blade Caller gets the double kill for True Magic. All 5 members with Baron, as well as 3 more kills in their pocket. Rogue 5 are ready to take this game. And in spite of how decisive this lead might look, it's only 2 towers to 1, although that might change very quickly here with this Baron buff. Jordan B69 and Taco Troneki not able to stop True Fury's advance. True Magic now going to be pushing out that top wave. He is so strong right now. 10-1-5 on Xayah. In the Rogue 5, they're having their tank line take out that Mountain Drake. Jordan B69 is here. They realize that they have vision. Taco Troneki used the curtain call, trying to catch out Attila the Hun, who did go very low. He popped his summoner barrier as well. We didn't get to see that. Dark Binding is just going to land onto a very fun day as his team secures the Mountain Drake. Not going to be stolen anytime soon. Good smite. Very fun day. Looks for the Flag and Dragon to Hayabusa, but Hayabusa gets the Black Shield, just going to run for his life. Looking for a True Fury, almost has the range, but he's going to get slowed up by that. Dark Binding actually going to land. He's going to get the redemption. The Flag and Dragon explosive cast used to push away Taco Troneki. Did force out the Unbreakable Will, but they got the Mountain Drake for their troubles. No Summoners burn. So here comes the Rite of the Arcane. Jordan B69 comes in with the Righteous Glory, but he gets caught under tower. He uses the Brambles, but he's gonna get focused down. Where was his team? Either he went in too early or his team was not paying attention. One of the two happened, but probably inadvisable by GSM. Aqua Prison gonna go wide. There's the Featherstorm being used by True Magic just to zone away the members of GSM, but he didn't get any roots down. And now all the members of the Rogue 5, Sans, a very fun day here in the mid lane. They're trying to get this last outer tower, and they will get it. Oh, a flash knockup by True Fury again! True Fury making plays. Hayabusa now getting jumped on, and he will go down. True Magic goes legendary as Attila the Hun blows up Taco Trineki under the tower. Rogue 5 take everything, and they put down damage onto this mid lane tower. It's gonna go down with the help of those Baron minions, and now they rotate the rest of their members. They're gonna get everything on the map at the same time. 2 towers go down in the middle and top. Ryox not able to stop anyone. He goes in with the Cataclysm onto Ryox, actually. Body Slam flashed away from by Ryox as he pops that Dominus, and True Magic gets alone time with the tower. Now 6 towers to 1, all of a sudden from 2 towers to 1 to 6 towers to 1. And now they get the inhib as well. There's a knockup on from True Fury onto Ryox, who gets focused down. He's gonna get stunned up, but he's not gonna go down. Explosive Cast doesn't quite have the reach, and the Rogue 5 back themselves away as GSM pops the surrender vote. All right. So, Rogue 5, the newcomers to the OKLCS, will take their first victory in Season 4. We're going to take a short break. I'll throw up the MVP poll for this game. Let us know who you think of the Rogue 5 was MVP for this game, and we'll get to you the last game of tonight after the break. So thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in a few short minutes. Internet hello and oh, excuse me. Internet hello and welcome back to OKLCS Season 4 Week 1. We just saw the victory from the Rogue 5 over GSM in Game 3 of the night, and after the vote during the intermission, it appears that a very fun day in the top lane will take the MVP 4 votes out of 9 for the Rogue 5. So congratulations to the top laner of the Rogue 5. We'll stop that poll and we'll get into the last game of the night, which will be between Pizza Lord's Rebirth and the new team to the OKLCS, Better at WoW. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into that one. It is, of course, Pizza Lord's Rebirth on the blue side up against Better at WoW. Oh, well, I dropped the I stopped the vote at the when I said it, but it looks like there was a last minute vote just after I looked at it that True Fury in a Very Fun Day came pretty, they got the tie vote at the very last second after I said something, so we'll see. I don't know. Came pretty late, but here we go. Nick Halden gonna get caught by the Dark Binding Flash Body Slam from Soapy Penis, but Shy Ronnie not able to get the Dark Binding in there. Excuse me. So, Pizza Lord's Rebirth, they've drafted a very interesting composition where they have Lucian in the mid lane for Governor Gary Johnson. But that means that they're very low in terms of magic damage. Their only real magic damage coming from Soapy's Gragas and Shy Ronnie's Morgana. And those are relatively low in terms of magic damage. You got a little bit of percent health on Soapy's Gragas, but it's not anything to write home about. So if Mr. Quadra can start building up some armor, Nick Halden will eventually start building some armor tanky items as well. So PLR's composition gets outscaled very quickly. Throwbacks and Hold My Stones not able to get anything. There's a Dark Binding from Shy Ronnie, and Throwbacks actually takes like a lot of damage for that one. Shy Ronnie gonna take the explosive shot, but Lost Sheep gonna come out ahead in that one. Mr. Quadra moves forward, and this is a really rough matchup as well. Parallelogram on his signature champion, Scion, but Darius, of course, excels at dealing with... Oh, Dark Binding lands, and actually Summoner Hill comes out, but Lost Sheep and Shy Ronnie just shut down Hold My Stones very quickly. Mr. Quadra on Darius. Darius excels at taking down these tanks that really have no trading power. It's really difficult for champions like Scion or like Malphite to do anything up against Darius. Parallelogram doing a pretty good job trading back and forth though at these early levels. And Graspily and dying on Darius is fairly interesting. Most of the time you see Darius players opt to go for Fervor of Battle since you can stack it so quickly. It gives you a lot of AD. The Storm Raider Surge is also a very popular option because you can burst someone and then run in, try and reset your blood stacks. That sense is going to land on Shy Ronnie, but the Black Shield will block that one up. Dark Binding is going to land onto Throwbacks as well, but here's Nick Halden, and Lost Sheep actually gets the kill onto Throwbacks before flashing out, but Hold My Stone flashes for the auto attack, Summoner Heal, and the red buff, it's not going to be enough! Pizza Lord's Rebirth bottom lane comes out ahead, Dark Binding lands as well, and Shy Ronnie and Lost Sheep get a kill in a 2v3. Mr. Quadra is continuing to shove in onto Parallelogram. Parallelogram running out of mana here. Mr. Quadra takes a tower shot for his troubles. Really nice play from Lost Sheep, and Governor Gary Johnson actually jumps forward onto Bro's side, and who himself is completely out of mana. And there's Mr. Quadra. He pulls in Parallelogram with the Apprehend. There's the Decimating Smash, and Parallelogram knocks up Mr. Quadra. Here comes Soapy, and he's not going to get the Body Slam, which means Mr. Quadra gets out scot-free. Doesn't even burn that Summoner Flash. Bro's Sidon. Tets ignited after the flash. Governor Gary Johnson with a beautiful play on the Bro's Sidon. Bro's Sidon really should not have come back for that one. Mr. Quadra actually looking for Soapy now. Parallelogram, nothing he can do without putting himself at risk of death. Lost Sheep is doing a good job farming up here. He's doubling the CS of his opposite number, Hold My Stones. He's gotten 2 kills as well. Lost Sheep is doing absolutely phenomenally in this game so far. Darkbinding, just gonna catch a minion. Shirani just throwing those out, just trying to see what he can catch. There's Mr. Oh, good apprehend to interrupt the decimating smash. Parallelogram didn't quite have the timing on that one. Mr. Quadra gonna put a little bit of damage down, but there's the big minion wave being built up, and now he has to put himself back away, or else he's taking too much minion damage. Down Broside. Oh, flash body slam from Soapy, and there's the barrel roll. Governor Gary Johnson gets another one. Interesting build by Governor Gary Johnson coming out. He's picked up a Zeal item. Mr. Quadra gonna apprehend in Parallelogram, puts down a lot of damage and gets that Grasp of the Undying. But yeah, I'm super curious what Governor Gary Johnson's build is, because most of the time you don't see people rush that Zeal item on Lucian, especially not mid lane. Alright, here we go. Here's a gank from Nick Halden into the top lane, but Parallelogram sniffs it out with that ward, backs himself nice and safe away from there. Mr. Quadra just moving forward. Parallelogram trying to do what he can. They're both hit level 6 just now. Mr. Quadra aggressing onto Parallelogram. He's trying to keep in front of him so he can't use the unstoppable onslaught away. And he flashes to block it! Who Parallelogram has to flash himself out as well. They trade flashes in the top lane, but that's a force back from Mr. Quadra onto Parallelogram. And now Brosidon taking a lot of damage. He has to phase dive over the wall to dodge away from the culling. Now, uh-oh, Nick Halden gonna get face check on from Shirani and Soapy. He gets caught by the Dark Binding after the body slam, and the Piltover Peacemaker will not secure the kill, but it does give him the assist. Brosidon gonna pick up that Parallel Convergence shield. Now Governor Gary Johnson jumping onto him. Brosidon has to run himself away. Now, Mr. Quadra just continuing to try and bully Parallelogram as best he can. Brosidon now has hit his level 6, so we will have that Chrono Break. Rocket Jump dodges the Dark Binding just barely, but it's a dangerous position for Hold My Stones and throwbacks. Oh, he steps onto a trap into the Dark Binding, but a good Dark Death Sentence means that it'll delay Hold My Stone's death just a little bit. But PLR's bottom lane is popping off right now. Lost Sheep and Shot. Oh, Flash Ignite from Throwbacks pops the Summoner Heal from Lost Sheep. There's the Dark Binding into the Ace in the hole, and Throwbacks throws the lane. Pizza Lord's Rebirth, Shirani and Lost Sheep are really just dominating right now. Mr. Quadra trying to do what he can to bully out Parallelogram. Brosidon jumps onto Governor Gary Johnson, but he's out of mana. He can't even Chrono Break. But he does successfully pop the Z-Drive Resonance, get a good trade onto Governor Gary Johnson. Now, Parallelogram gets apprehended in. Mr. Quadra putting a lot of damage down. There's 4 stacks of the bleed. Mr. Quadra does not quite have the mana to use that Noxian Guillotine. I'm not sure it would kill at this point anyway. Alright, 7 kills to 0 now in favor of Pizza Lord's Rebirth. They've got themselves a 3k gold lead. Lost Sheep and Shirani moving forward. They smell out this ward with the control ward. Take it out. Lost Sheep and Shirani are in a very comfortable position right now. They both have their 6 compared to level 5 and level 4 on their opposites. There's the Spooky Ghost. Dark Binding not quite gonna catch Hold My Stones. Oh, here we go. Vault Breaker catches Governor Gary Johnson. He jumps away, but the Assault and Batter comes in. Brosidon jumps onto him, and Governor Gary Johnson. Nick Halden gets caught by the Body Slam, and Governor Gary Johnson on a killing spree. Soul Shackle's gonna root him in place for the Ace in the hole. Now Throwbacks is out of position, has to run away. And that's the level 6 and level 7 compared to level 4 and level 5. 2 levels. Unstoppable onslaught coming into the mid lane. Brosidon gets knocked into the air. The decimating smash will keep him in place. And here comes Soapy. Brosidon getting a lot of damage. Parallelogram doesn't have it. He's looking and he can't find it. Throws the E back and Brosidon actually jumps in with a Chrono Break. It's not going to be enough either. They're so low, but they can't secure kills on one another. 9 kills to 0 in favor of Pizza Lord's Rebirth at the end of it all. Alright, Pizza Lord's Rebirth bottom lane. They're gonna get Tower First Blood in the bottom lane for sure. Mr. Quadra comes out of the brush though and finds Governor Gary Johnson. Parallel Converge just not gonna stun him up. He picks up the shield and Mr. Quadra has to back away. So Pizza Lord's Rebirth with a very comfortable lead. 5k gold in the lead at 10 minutes. They've got a 3-0-3 Caitlyn, a 3-0 Lucian. Their marksmen are very strong right now. But again, they have to be in the lead right now because if they're not in the lead, their comp is going to get outscaled due to the severe lack of magic damage on the side of Pizza Lord's Rebirth. Governor Gary Johnson jumps in onto Brosidon again. Here comes Throwbacks, and now there's no Relentless Pursuit. Throwback's going to flay him back. Brosidon looking for the slow. He gets it with the Time Winder, but they miss the Death Sentence. The Parallel Convergence not going to send him up. He's got the Teleport coming in from Parallelogram. They're going to throw out the Roar of the Slayer, but they don't have the range for the Unstoppable Onslaught. Alright, Death Sentence is not quite going to catch him. Here comes Mr. Quadra. He's going to pull in 2 members with the Apprehend. Here's Nick Haldon up the backside. Explosive cast to disengage. Hold my stone. Jumps in, but he gets exhausted. Mr. Quadra trying to do what he can. Parallelogram and Governor Gary Johnson take out Nick Haldon. Good Parallel Convergence. Stuns up 2 from Brosidon. Shirani will go down. It's the first kill of the game for Better at WoW, but now Governor Gary Johnson gets dunked by Mr. Quadra. The second dunk comes in for Parallelogram. He will die. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Better at WoW. Lost Sheep was sent up to the top lane, so as a result of that, Better at WoW, they come out ahead in the team fight. They come out with the Mountain Drake, and now they're going to get this tower. Surely with Hold My Stones, the explosive shot will be coming up fairly soon. There it is. And yeah, they will finally answer back this tower. Now it's 1 tower to 1. They close the gold deficit from 5k to less than 3k. Mr. Quadra putting pressure on the Lost Sheep now. He's got 2 kills to his name now. And so he will be very happy to bully out Parallelogram. I'm not sure if anyone can really 1v1 him unless Lost Sheep plays it absolutely perfectly. Dark Binding gonna land from Shirani onto Throwbacks, and there's no Death Sentence to come out. It missed anyway. Shirani looking for the Dark Binding. He's gonna land onto Mr. Quadra. Torment as well comes out. Dark Passage gonna pull him out to safety. A PLR gonna start up onto the Rift Herald. They've got all 4 out of their 5 members here as Governor Gary Johnson sent to push in that mid lane. Mr. Quadra moving up aggressively into the area. He's going to apprehend in Shirani. There's the Decimate coming in. He's got the Soul Shackles burning away on him. Ace in the Hole going to come across after the stun. It's not a whole lot of damage actually. Brosidon took the Dark Passage, probably meant for Mr. Quadra. A PLR will secure the Rift Herald, and now Dark Binding lands on the Brosidon. He has to use the Chrono Break to dodge away from the culling. Mr. Quadra still wants it. He's at about half HP. So Rift Herald goes over to PLR. Nick Haldon gonna face check into Parallelogram, but he's getting jumped on by all the members of PLR. Caught by the Dark Binding, Unstoppable Onslaught will not let him take the Dark Passage, as will the Explosive Cask, and Lost Sheep on a rampage. A little bit aggressive from the jungler of Better at WoW. Mr. Quadra now realizes he needs to start running. Roar of the Slayer just barely doesn't catch him with the slow. Parallelogram actually the one to pick up that Rift Herald. Gonna give him that empowered recall so we can get back, buy some items, and head out to lane. Brosidon using the minion wave. into the mid lane. They're sending Hold My Stones into the bottom lane. Mr. Quadra and Throwbacks both up to the top lane to see what they can do, putting down damage onto that top lane tower. In spite of everything, Nick Halden, he's died 4 times, but he's actually a level up over Soapy. He's got a 29 CSD. Now Mr. Quadra's gonna pull in Parallelogram, but here comes Soapy. He gets the Dark Passage out to dodge the body slam. Shirani gonna slow him up with the Spooky Ghost. They sidestep the Dark Binding, and it's just gonna mean a little bit of damage from the Tormented Soil. Right, so now Parallelogram, Shirani, and Lost Sheep into the top lane. Mr. Quadra gets caught by the Dark Binding, and that's not what you want. Decimating Smash comes in, and he just gets taken down by the Tormented Soil. But here comes Brosidon. He flashes in for the stun with the Parallel Convergence into the Death Sentence. Brosidon got exhausted, and Shirani taking a lot of damage. There's the Chrono Break in, but he gets caught by the Dark Binding immediately afterwards. He gets Shirani, but it costs him his life. Now Throwback's the only remaining member of Better at WoW up here. Parallelogram and Lost Sheep surely going to be able to get this tower. Soapy trying to hold off Hold My Stones' push. That sentence lands from onto Parallelogram. Unstoppable Onslaught will be up fairly soon. And Governor Gary Johnson, he's got a huge lead now over Brosidon. Nick Halden and Hold My Stones just pushing into the bottom lane by themselves. Parallelogram seeing if Throwbacks might face check into that brush. So he's actually gonna ooh, good use of the rocket jump. Oh, flash away from the Unstoppable Onslaught, and the ace in the hole blocked by the shield from Dark Passage. Parallelogram taking a lot of tower damage, but Brosidon not able to catch him. Parallelogram gonna use that Empowered Recall yet again to head back to base, buy some items, finishes off the Sunfire Cape as well as the Ninja Tabis. Mr. Quadra, the real main force of power for his team. He's the only one with a true lead over his opposite on Pizza Lord's Rebirth. The dragon is spawning in about 12 seconds. Mr. Quadra trying to set up for us. Soapy is going to be found here by Mr. Quadra. He body slams in, but that's not what you wanted. There, he's going to get the Black Shield. He's going to not break it, but the Death Sentence lands onto Shirani. He plays out Parallelogram, and Mr. Quadra flashes in with the Decimate. He takes the Dark Passage out to safety, but Nick Halden goes in with the Vault Breaker, dodges the body slam. Ace in the hole will mean Shirani does die. Here comes Hold My Stones, and Brosidon over the opposite side of the fight. Mr. Quadra dunks down Soapy. Lost Sheep takes the explosive charge. Parallelogram pops the Rift Herald. I think he meant to use his trinket, but Brosidon looking for that last auto onto Lost Sheep. He's gonna get caught by the Yordle Snap Trap. It gets a headshot. Chrono breaks out from Parallelogram, and now they're looking for him. Takes the Dark Passage out. Now Hold My Stones is in a little bit of trouble. The Infernal Drake goes down in favor of Better at WoW. Parallel Convergence coming across, gets the shield, doesn't mean anything. Mr. Quadra sent to take out that Rift Herald in the bottom lane, and a really big misplay by Parallelogram, forgetting that he had that Rift Herald. I don't think that's where he wanted to use it. All right. Static Shiv is finished for Governor Gary Johnson. That is a very interesting first item buy for Governor Gary Johnson. He's building towards the Blade of the Rune King now. I'm not entirely sure what the point of the Static Shiv rush is. I guess it's just for more wave clear and potentially like the burst on your first auto. But very quickly, the Blade of the Rune King on hit, especially on Lucian, will overtake that burst damage, so not really super effective. And Nick Halden face checks into Shirani and Governor Gary Johnson. The Dark Binding, he ball breakers onto the Dark Passage, and he will make it out alive. You'd have to burn that flash though, and Pizza Lord's Rebirth will steal away the red buff. Throwbacks looking for something. Dark Binding is, or Death Sentence rather, not available. Quadra, he's alone here in the mid lane. Here we go, Brosidon popping out the parallel convergence. Nice death sentence just to thread the needle. Doesn't get anybody. Lost Sheep being peeled for by Soapy Penis, but he's got the ignite onto him. Hold My Stones jumps in. They've killed off the AD Sari already. But Governor Gary Johnson not able to get in a position to auto. Parallelogram unstoppable onslaughts over to the side. It gets dunked down, and he doesn't go down. The Courage of the Colossus Shield is enough, and it will mean Mr. Quadra goes down. Governor Gary Johnson gets him with the culling, and now Hold My Stones. I don't know why he rocket jumped in, because now he gets stunned, but he actually lives. It's a double kill for Brosidon. And at the end of the day, it's a 4 for 2 in favor of Better at WoW. Hold My Stones barely makes it out. Throwback's looking for the death sentence onto Soapy. And Vault Breaker backwards. He lands it. Nick Halden already, however, used the Vault Breaker into the minion wave, and they're not going to be able to get a body slam into them. Throwbacks almost goes down, actually. Better at WoW come out ahead in the team fight, but Nick Halden, he doesn't want to stick around. Alright. Later the Rune King finished off for Governor Gary Johnson. Still yet to see that Zeal item completed into the, what I assume is going to be the static shiv for Lost Sheep. Hasn't been picking up as much CS as his solo laners have in the past bit. Dark Binding is going to land onto Hold My Stones. He takes a lot of damage. Ace in the hole not going to be enough to take him out, but just very close. Nick Halden is going to get caught by that scrying orb. Parallelogram clearing out some vision. Nick Halden misses the Vault Breaker. Now Governor Gary Johnson fancies his chances here. He's shredding away at Nick Halden, and the calling comes out. He just gets culled down. Nick Halden missed the Vault Breaker, and it's a very severe mistake. PLR pick up a kill for their troubles. Now, 1 tower to 3. They've still got that 4k gold in the lead. Mr. Quadra gonna find a control ward moving across the map. Shy Ronnie getting a lot of deep vision into the enemy jungle. Brosidon gonna get caught by a Dark Binding. Governor Gary Johnson molting him down. The Soul Shackles still land, and Brosidon has to flash over the wall. For PLR, they're really trying to catch people out. Shy Ronnie doing a really good job catching people with these Dark Bindings. So they steal away the blue buff, hand it over to Governor Gary Johnson. Dead Man's Plate finished off for Mr. Quadra, as well as one on Nick Halden. As the Warrior Enchant and the Black Cleaver are enough for damage for now. They've got Hold My Stones to do a decent amount of damage. He's very behind as it is right now. He's only got 1.5 items compared to 2 and, let's say, a 3rd item on the side of Lost Sheep. Governor Gary Johnson gonna get a 2nd blue buff. He took the one from Better at WoW on the other side of the map, and he'll take his own as well. He's gonna pick up another Zeal item. I can only imagine that that's gonna be the Rapid Fire Cannon. You get the double proc items so that you can get those energized attacks. Now PLR, they're crowding around this dragon. It's spawning in about 30 seconds. Don't want to let that 3rd dragon go over to Better at WoW. Parallel Convergence is being popped. Poseidon gonna not go in. Paragon actually gonna land another Dark Binding on a Nick Halden, but it's not gonna be any follow-up from the other members of PLR. Nick Halden goes in with a Vault Breaker. Here's Mr. Quadra and Throwback. He pulls in Shy Ronnie, who flashes right out. Calling comes across. Nick Halden just running off the side. Shy Ronnie lands a Dark Binding on a Mr. Quadra. Parallel Convergence is gonna come out. Doesn't stun down anybody. And Brosidon successfully zones away the members of PLR. Parallelogram on the other side of the map. He's ready to use the Unstoppable Onslaught straight down the river. That's what they're going to be doing. That's PLR's modus operandi. nowhere to go in this corridor. Dark Binding's gonna land. Vault Breaker in from Nick Halden. Unstoppable Onslaught's being channeled. Assault and Battery onto Soapy. He's gonna have to flash away. Good explosive cast spreads the team, but he didn't have the range. Broside and Chrono breaks out. Now Parallelogram is the focus. Decimating Smash not gonna knock up anybody. Here comes Throwbacks. He's taking a lot of damage. Governor Gary Johnson goes in. Broside doesn't have any cooldowns. Mr. Quadra dunks down, but he doesn't have the kill. Now there's the Buster Shot to keep him alive. Broside runs away and goes down to Governor Gary Johnson. Now Nick Halden is the focus. Governor Gary Johnson is gonna close out another kill, but not quite. Nick Halden, Vault Breaker's at the safety. Hold My Stones is looking for Governor Gary Johnson because Mr. Quadra is also here. Soapy Peanut's coming around the side with Shy Ronnie in the back. They've got Lost Sheep and Parallelogram focusing down that dragon, forcing the flash away from Hold My Stones. Is Governor Gary Johnson puts down a lot of damage, but it gets Death Sentence and pulled up under tower. Mr. Quadra is gonna take him out with the Decimate as his team gets the dragon. So the Mountain Drake does go over to PLR, but they lose one. Governor Gary Johnson going a little bit too far. I think Parallelogram, I don't think hit anybody with the Unstoppable Onslaught. I think he just barely missed it or didn't have the range. I'm not as familiar on Scion. And it is going to be the Rapid Fire Cannon coming out for Governor Gary Johnson. The Static Shiv still yet to come out for Lost Sheep. I think Lost Sheep should have gone for the Static Shiv and into the Rapid Fire Cannon, just because I feel as though Rapid Fire Cannon isn't a particularly good item on its own. It's the only time I really think Rapid Fire Cannon is good is if you have both Static Shiv and Warlords, because you want to energize those a lot faster. Alright, Thornmail's being... I think it's Thornmail. Yeah, it's Thornmail's being built up by both Mr. Quadra and Nick Halden. They realize all they have to do is continue to build armor, and then Lost Sheep and Governor Gary Johnson's damage is seriously gonna fall off. Lost Sheep sitting on a ward that he knew is there. There's the control ward going down. Throwbacks and Mr. Quadra moving forward aggressively into the Baron area. Right. Uh-oh, Shy Ronnie face checks into Mr. Quadra, pops the Soul Shackles, Unstoppable Onslaught comes in, he lands a Dark Binding onto Nick Halden. Here's the teleport coming in from Broside, and Assault and Battery onto Shy Ronnie, who gets the shield, but it doesn't matter. He goes down. Mr. Quadra gets a Parallelogram now, getting focused down. Explosive Cast splits the team of Better at WAP. Broside is still continuing to chase. He's got the Chrono Break. He gets on the Lost Sheep. He's putting down a lot of damage. He's gonna have to Chrono Break his way out, but Nick Halden has found Governor Gary Johnson. Assault and Battery already used, but he get down Parallelogram, and there's a lot of damage going down. The Death Sentence stops Parallelogram's passive from doing too much damage. Ace in the hole comes across. Broside forced the flash out from Lost Sheep, but it doesn't matter. Broside makes it out. Or will he? Governor Gary Johnson link for the damage. He has to dodge away from Mr. Quadra. Soapy not able to continue. And now Broside makes it out alive, and they dunk down Soapy. Governor Gary Johnson, the only remaining member. Mr. Quadra dunks him, and Governor Gary Johnson, he's bleeding out. He will not. Yes, he will. He dies. It's the ace for Better at WoW. And they don't lose a single member. Better at WoW with the 5-4-0 at the end of that fight. Now they're tanking up this tower. They've actually now, with this one, they've evened up towers and they've evened up the Goldie. Now they'll get the Goldie as they take on that tower. Now Shy Ronnie is just gonna, or Broside rather, just gonna die to Parallelogram shield popping. The Soul Furnace is enough. But they get the tower, and they're gonna have to back away now. They need to be very careful of the counter Baron. They've just gotten a big push, but now all their members have to recall. PLR need to go for this Baron now. But they're not going to. They didn't respond fast enough, and that means that Better at Well will be able to make it there to hold off on that push. Thornmail completed for Mr. Quadra. He's now 7-2-6. Playing absolutely massively on this Darius. PLR, it's too late for them to start the Baron. They knew what they needed to do, but they didn't do it fast enough. Now Mr. Quadra's here, forces them away on his own. Dark Binding is going to land. Will they be able to focus him down? He's taking a lot of damage, but he's going to have the Dark Passage if he can get to it. No! He gets shut down. 4 members of PLR are all it takes to take down Mr. Quadra. And And now PLR with that big powerhouse for better at WoW down. They're focusing down the Baron. They've got a Blade of the Ruined King Lucian hammering away at it. Ace in the hole gonna come across and take down Hold My Stone's health bar. Oh, the flash into the dark binding from Nick Halden. He's gonna get focused out, but not before Lost Sheep dies to Broside. He chrono breaks out to the other side of the Baron pit, and Nick Halden does go down for his troubles. Hold My Stone sitting on a ward. Broside is looking for it. The parallel convergence is popped. PLR focusing down the Baron, and it's secured by PLR. Soapy with a good smite, and Hold My Stone is putting down a lot of damage as Broside falls. PLR, they secure the Baron and a few kills, but they're still, and they've gotten the gold lead as a result of that, but they've been losing fights for quite a while now. A lot of pressure is still on them. Alright, Parallelogram has the Sunfire Cape, has the Thornmail for himself. Now, Broside, in spite of that deficit he had to Governor Gary Johnson early on in the game, he's doing massive damage now. He's catching out Lost Sheep in very effective positions and able to assassinate that source of consistent damage while his tanks can deal with the rest of it. He's got the Proto Belt, he's got the Zanyas, and he's got the Lichbane. Next, I imagine he would be getting a Void Staff so he can start to do damage to some of these tanks. Governor Gary Johnson jumps in forward onto Mr. Quadra. Nick Halden coming across, just trying to see if they might be able to catch out Governor Gary Johnson, but not today will it happen. Broside pops the parallel convergence, not going to stun up anyone. He doesn't manage to get in there. Decimating Smash, just a zone. Alright, here we go. Throwbacks pops the right Talisman of Ascension, but he can't land the death sentence afterwards. Alright, the Ocean Drake is the next point of contention, it appears. Already all 5 members of PLR on it, so they will be able to secure it without any trouble. Decimating Smash is going to find Throwbacks and knocks him into the air. Gets slowed by the Roar of the Slayer. Dark Binding is going to land after the Unstoppable Onslaught as well. They catch out Throwbacks, but they wasted the explosive cast. Ace in the hole going to come across. Hold by Stone's going to get called down. He flashes away, but Governor Gary Johnson flashes forward as well. Mr. Quadra catches him with the Apprehend, and they're focusing down. They traded the mid and ADC. Nick Halden picks up that kill. Mr. Quadra is got that a lot of stacks going on. Decimating Smash going to come around to zone. He needs another Decimate to get the heal. He gets it. There's the dunk onto Soapy. He's not going to be enough. Lost Sheep flashes over the side. They get down Nick Halden. Lost Sheep looking for Mr. Quadra. He gets a lot of headshot damage, but it's not enough. They trade 2 for 3 in favor of Pizza Lord's Rebirth. Lord's Rebirth now with the Baron buff minions still for a little bit longer. They will be able to get this tower. They even up towers once again. They've reclaimed that 4K gold lead they had earlier. Mr. Quadra still stuck around. Here we go. Talisman of Ascension pop. They flay out Parallelogram into the Death Sentence. The Black Shield came in too late, but the Apprehend is blocked. Mr. Quadra can't get in. Lost Sheep doing a good job kiting back. Alright, so PLR, they'll back away now. They've gotten themselves back in the lead, almost 4K gold, evened out those tower counts. But again, PLR, their comp is getting outscaled. They are getting outscaled because of that Infernal Drake on the side of better at WoW. They have to be very careful. They need to get that one decisive fight or that one decisive rotation that will win them the game very quickly, or else they're just going to slowly lose out in these team fights. We've already seen them start to be losing these team fights in their straight 5v5s. Mercurial Scimitar finished for Governor Gary Johnson, but neither of the ADCs on the side of Pizza Lord's Rebirth have built a Last Whisper item, and they need to, because there's 2 Ninja Tabis on the top end jungle, 2 Deadman's Plates, 2 Thornmails. They're just stacking armor. They need to get those Last Whispers, or else they're just gonna do no damage to the front line. Nick Halden wants to go in, the Ball Breaker being charged. He's not gonna follow it up. Yeah, the last whispers really need to be coming in for Governor Gary Johnson. He does have one on Lost Sheep now. Alright, here we go. There's the Spooky Ghost to slow up the members of Better at WoW. They've got Broside in the bottom lane. Dark Binding is going to go wide. Shirani was looking for a pick there. They're going to get enough time on this tower to take it out. Hold My Stones, Nick Halden not able to engage because they've got Broside to deal with in the bottom lane. Pizza Lords Rebirth are making use of this numbers advantage, but they got to do something quick or else Broside is going to have a lot of split push pressure. Dark Binding going to land onto Mr. Quattro. Death Sentence not quite going to land after Governor Gary Johnson used the Relentless Pursuit. Alright, teleport being used. Dark Binding is going to land on Mr. Quattro. Shirani going to get apprehended in. He's actually going to get focused down. Death Sentence land, and Shirani just goes down. Mr. Quattro will get redeemed before he can reset. There's a double kill for Hold My Stones, who's getting a lot of free autos. Nick Halden gets the Curse of the Colossus Shield. Throwbacks throws back the Dark Passage, but Governor Gary Johnson crits him down. Hold My Stones putting on the damage down, but Governor Gary Johnson gets the double kill. Here we go. Brosiden uses the corner break, jumps himself out of there. Throwbacks and Brosiden now need to run for their lives. It's a 2 for 3 in favor of Pizza Lords Rebirth. So now Governor Gary Johnson and Soapy are trying to shove in that mid lane. They don't quite have the minion wave. Brosiden going to be able to make it there in time. And yeah, they're just going to rotate over and pick up that wave in the top lane, which is building against them. Soapy is going to try and deny some jungle. Alright, so in spite of that team fight, it was a pretty close team fight, but unfortunately neither team able to convert that into any objectives. Brosiden, he's built a Haunting, guys, and I would hope that that Blasting one is going towards the Void Staff here. He needs to start building that percentage penetration now to deal with the magic that's being stacked. Oh, there's a Dark Binding lands onto Throwbacks, but only Soapy there, and Governor Gary Johnson gets pulled in by Mr. Quadra, who's stacking those bleeds. Black Cleaver is going to come across. The Redemption is going to come in and keep himself nice and safe, but not enough because Mr. Quadra dunks him with the Noxian Guillotine. Now, that's a lot of the damage from Governor Gary Johnson going down. Throwbacks pops the Talisman of Ascension, but there's the barrel to stop them from chasing. Better at WoW, they're getting ready to start up this Baron. They actually have already started it. Dark Binding goes out. The Locket popped for Throwbacks to keep himself safe. Oh, good parallel convergence from Broside and catches Shirani. Lost Sheep gets the Black Shield and jumps himself out of there. There's the Baron. It's secured. Soapy was not able to get the shield. Better at WoW now with the Baron to their name. Soapy Penis gets focused down as Broside goes down in the back line. Parallel and good decimate. Oh, beautiful Death Sentence onto Lost Sheep from Throwbacks. Forces him out of the fight, and Mr. Quadra takes him out with the bleed. Now Parallelogram getting focused down. He flashes away from the rocket jump as Shirani gets focused down, and Hold My Stones gets another kill. It's a 4 for 1 in favor of Better at WoW as well as the Baron. They might just be able to end the game off of this one. There's pretty long death timers. Governor Gary Johnson has just respawned. The Elder Dragon is live. Nick Halden and Hold My Stones, that looks to be where they're going. Rocket jumps in. They're going to start up the Elder Dragon. This is an Infernal and a Mountain. Ready to... Infernal and a Mountain being empowered by that Elder. Mr. Quattro moves forward. He wants Governor Gary Johnson. That's his target. He's going to pull in Parallelogram because there's the Elder and just takes the Dark Passage out. Pizza Lords Rebirth now very much on the defensive. They got double epic monster buffs to deal with. The Leandri's Torment finished up for Brosidens, and he's picked up another Blasting Wand. I think he would be better off going for the Void Staff. Yeah, I think he would be much better off going for the Void Staff, but Nick Halden, I don't think you want this one. He gets a little bit of damage there as he Vault Breakers out to safety. There's the Spooky Ghost from Shirani to keep them slowed up a little bit. Breaker being channel. The Dark Binding gonna catch a minion. Mr. Quadra moving forward. He apprehends the parallelogram, who gets the vault breaker as well. There's a dark binding landing. Sophie Venus goes in. He gets a good explosive cast. Nick Halden goes in with the assault and battery though, and Lost Sheep gets taken down. That Elder Dragon is so strong, and Mr. Quadra is wreaking havoc. He dunks down Shirani, not enough to kill him off. He's bleeding away, and will it be? Yes, it will! Mr. Quadra gets the double. Parallelogram taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go down as Hold My Stones picks that one up. Parallelogram is now pop back up with his passive, and Soapy and Governor Gary Johnson, the only remaining members. Nick Halden did go down. Throwbacks looking for the death sentence. Mr. Quadra coming across as his team focuses down the inhib tower. It will go down. Hold My Stones finishes it off as they focus down the inhib. Brosidon goes in onto Governor Gary Johnson. Mr. Quadra looking for the apprehend. Use the chrono break to get themselves out. They've still got Baron up for a little bit longer. The Elder Drake has expired, I think, fairly soon. Mr. Quadra still has it. But they get the inhib, they get out. They've got 6 towers to 5 and a 1k gold lead, 1.3k. Okay, now this might be the final push. They've still got this Baroned up wave. Dark Binding's gonna land on the throwback death sentence. Lands on the Lost Sheep! Mr. Quadra pulls him in and blows him up. Brosidon gets him with the Lichbane proc, and Mr. Quadra just moving forward because there's nothing that anyone on Pizza Lord's Birth can do to him. And that's the problem with the full AD. They've got so much armor. Death Sentence is gonna pull in Parallelogram, and he plays them all back. Throwback's looking for the Soul Shackle. Is gonna stun up nobody because he dies. Mr. Quadra dunks down Soapy. They're focusing down Governor Gary Johnson. He loses his Guardian Angel, and Mr. Quadra just zoning away Parallelogram. Parallel Convergence will stun up Governor Gary Johnson. QSS nicely timed, but it's not gonna be enough to stop the damage from coming in. Brosidon is gonna force away Parallelogram as Better at WoW start to focus down the Nexus towers. The second Nexus tower will fall very quickly. There it goes, Chrono Break used, and now they're focusing the Nexus, and nothing Parallelogram can do. Better at WoW will take the victory over Pizza Lord's Rebirth. So there you have it, your newcomer to the OKLCS, Better at WoW, taking down Pizza Lord's Rebirth, your 4th place Platinum Cap team from last season. So, and 2nd place from Season 2. So, congratulations to Better at WoW for their victory in week number, week number 1. So we'll make a poll real quick and throw up that one. Let us know who you thought was the MVP or Better at WoW in their victory over Pizza Lord's Rebirth. Sorry, I gotta type this out. Mr. Quadra, Nick Halden, Brosidon, Hold My Stones, and Throwbacks. Alright, that link should be coming up in the Twitch chat for you. And we'll sit around for a few minutes just so we can get a chance to see who that player of the game will be. Most valuable player. Haven't gotten any votes just yet. There's 1 vote for Throwbacks. We're gonna play that the horse race again. We'll see what's happening. Mr. Quadra just got 3 votes all of a sudden on my screen. Mr. Quadra up to 6 votes out of 8. Holy cow. And not anything super surprising. He did a lot for his team. He was the only one who was winning his lane, and he really started destroying those team fights with those blood stack resets. Throwbacks gets another vote to put himself ahead of Brosidon, but at the end of the day, it looks like Mr. Quadra is I don't see too many people putting in enough votes for Throwbacks or Brosidon to catch up to Mr. Quadra. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end that voting. It'll be Mr. Quadra taking your MVP for the game for Better at WoW over PLR. That means that all of today it has been the top laners, except for last game where the top laner and support tied the MVP vote. But it will be your top laners who take MVP for Platinum Capped Week 1. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with some Gold Cap games for you. Hope to see you then, and have a good night. Thanks for watching.